confuse the world without a clue. Preach my gospel of suspicion. Now the joke's on old me too. I lit every fire with reckless delight, but it burns when it comes back to bite. Funny how a dose of your own venom bites when the dark accusations haunt your nights. I once believed I was righteous and bold, but now this bitter harvest feeling cold. Now they say I'm Illuminati with a triangle for a crown. This ain't the justice I imagined when I was tearing others down. Through 1,000 crazy stories, now they're spinning back around. Every face is looking sideways, and my own words drag me down. Yeah, it's unfair. I tell you, it just ain't right to be judged by the shadows in the fading light. Yes, the world keeps spinning, flat or not. When what goes round, well, it comes around.
Subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios or Daniel Pratt's coming to your house.
It's not right. Baby, it's not right.
We're living on a disk, floating through space. A tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE. Welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what Fkatzoid does to the concept of telling the truth. You know, just straight up defenestrates that shit. I can say shit because the stream's running for more than 30 seconds. Cool, no worries. I'm not allowed to swear in the first 30 seconds, so it's great when I play an intro because I can swear when I start. Hello, how are you all doing? And I hope you are real. I really do hope you out there are real watching this. You're not a bot. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you're a bot? Because it turns out that Twitch did a crackdown on viewbots and like 80% of their audience has disappeared. So I just want to check that you're all real. Are you bots? Can I get a 1 if you're a bot? Yeah, so you're all bots then. I mean, the dude called Robot Justin. I mean, he's a robot, right? Zaphoid 6 is not. Never mind. 420, yeah, that's correct. Hey, how you all doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. Today we're doing a little bit of a special one, right? Because I'm going to be dunking on Fkatzoid, which isn't that special. I do that quite a lot, but there is a special reason behind it. We have a good friend of the channel and of the community called Critical Think. Now, our friend Critical Think went along with the intrepid explorers to Antarctica. Unlike Witsit, the most expensive luggage ever made, and Jirenism, the the most honest person that I actually know, they didn't have this trip paid for them. Critical Think did not get this trip paid for them. They had to fund it themselves, which they did, and that cost a lot of money. You know, the things like 40 plus grand, and then you've got experiments and stuff to do, plus time off losing work, etc, etc, etc. And the fact that he wanted to go so desperately that he ripped his hand into his own pocket and destroyed his own financial security to be able to do this, I think we owe him a little thank you. And that thank you could be everybody that's watching this stream. There is in the chat and in the description, a link to this GoFundMe, right? Now, there's 100 plus of you watching right now, and that's going up 150, 160, right? If every single one of you donated $1 to $5, right, it would massively help this. We already have 36,137 cents or Australian dollars raised. So nearly 40 grand. He's got a 60 grand target, 60% of the way there. And it would be great if we could add to that to say thank you to Critical Think. Critical Think is amazing. Critical Think has been on the channel several times, and Critical Think went and did experiments in Antarctica, a place that you're not allowed to go according to most of the Flerfs. So this stream is in aid of that. This is part of the Critical Think Streamathon. If you look at the playlist that this video is part of, you will see a bunch of other streams that have been going on since yesterday and will still be going on over the next day or so. All to help raise money for Critical Think. He is a boss. He is an OG, like Rudolph in the chat says. So yeah, feel free to help Critical Think by donating whatever you can. You know, you can also donate to me with super chats and stuff. That's always appreciated. But for this one, save your pennies and send it to him. Send it to Critical Think to say thank you. So, link to that is in the description. Link to that is pinned in the chat. Dirty Ketchup says, you're dumb if you think it's a globe. I mean, it's definitely a globe. They checked. This guy here went and checked if it was a globe. Dirty Ketchup, you're a real flat earther. I am always willing to suspend the topic of the stream to allow you on to debate me. My email is fighttheflatearth@gmail.com. Send me an email and I will send you a link to this stream to come and debate me about the shape of the earth. Debate. But of course, we all know that you, like all the Flerfs, will run for the hills that you apparently can't use a sextant on because you need to be standing on a completely flat baseline. Right, so old Fkatzoid. Just want to quickly where is it? Oh, has he deleted the one where he said he wasn't going to do it anymore? Here we go.
Thing whatsoever. My channel is...
I want you to listen to these words that our old buddy, old pal Fkatzoid is saying. Alright, take it in. Open your ear holes and just listen to the words that he's saying. Are you ready?
Being blunt, I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
I just want to hear it once more, just to double check.
My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. Flat Earther. So, I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life.
Okay.
My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
Just to double check.
My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
Just once more Fkatzoid.
My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
Fact check. Live fact check. Click on his channel.
Right now.
Go to most recent streams. What does this say, guys? Oh dear. Oh dear. Did he lie? Oh no. Oh, Fkatzoid lied. Wait, is my audio peaking? Turn it down a little. Dirty Ketchup says, you guys are dumb. I mean, brilliant. But instead of just, sitting there insulting us, come and tell us why we're dumb. I'm going to open my email to make sure that I don't miss the email from you. Strange, I don't have one. Weird. Guys in the chat, could you make sure that Dirty Ketchup is aware of my my email, so that he can come and join. Fighttheflatearth@gmail.com. Just all of you tag him, tell him my email, Let them know that they just have to email me and I send them a link to join the show. They can come on and explain why I'm so dumb and gorgeous, good at the sex. So yeah, we're going to spend today and probably tomorrow covering this derp. Hello, oh no, it's Andy. Hello, Clive Wells, Big Fish, Rubik's. Curious UK debunks, how you doing? Zoomy Tomato, my favourite CIA spy. Zaphoid Beaverbox, you should be busy looking after the, galactic government. Dirty Ketchup says, more like fight old ladies. I mean, what? Dirty Ketchup, come and join the stream. Don't be a baby. Dan Reeves says, has anyone seen FTFE and Sir Sick in the same room at the same time? Oh my god. Yeah, don't read the comment by Dan Reeves. Shh. Dan, for fuck's sake, you're going to spoil it. It's alright, Dan. No one saw that comment. It's okay. You're not being censored, Dan. Honest. That was just a joke, Dan. Art Prayer reckons that our friend Dirty Ketchup is a Poe. Rubik's, my thoughts are with you. Right, so here we go. Are you guys ready for derp? Do you have your facepalm protection handy? I don't. I tidied up my room and seem to have lost it whilst tidying. I'm sure I'll find it. But yeah, please have your facepalm protection handy because I can't afford any more lawsuits. Let's do it.
Oh, it's this, it's that. The truth is, because you've already said it, there's no pictures of a Pear-Earth, and there's city and the gravity and just
people have been big. Good evening, everyone. Glad you could make it tonight. It's going to be exciting because it is Flat Earth Friday.
Sorry to stop it so quickly there, but hasn't Fkatzoid been streaming live on YouTube for many years now? Why does his camera look like it's, an actual potato? You can buy a decent webcam for like $10, dude. Warboss gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. It means the world. However, give your mind to Critical Think today. Right, let's get some donations into Critical Think, guys, and I will point out who has donated whilst it goes on.
Voted by popular demand by everybody. So welcome. Thank you for coming. Hit the likes. Share the show. I'm sure it's going to be exciting because there's going to be a lot of space pair defenders coming in, I guess.
So start with a straw man. Good job. Guys, just play Whack-A-Troll with Dirty Ketchup. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, it didn't take him long, did it? Not going to do Flat Earth.
But we have Derek Nelson so long, PJ Cruikshank, and the Luca and Vicky. Hope you guys are all doing well.
Shalom, gadgets. Shalom, gadgets.
Shalom. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. So do you guys think
Is
anybody's
that PJ doing some kind of anti-Semitism? Probably.
going to show up for this debate?
Because it's Flat Earth, I dare say someone's going to. It might take a bit, but I dare say someone will come in. I dare say.
People have been begging me for this for how long?
Have you noticed Vicky's new name in chat? The original Vicky treatment. That's the name of her channel.
Yeah, they don't know what the Vicky treatment means. That's hilarious. So basically, all it takes for Flatzoid to break his word is for someone to say, can you do a thing?
I don't know. I dare say Wesley might come in. I'm not sure.
I'm already in. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If anyone does come in, I'd be saying it'd probably be a usual suspect.
Yeah.
But probably not anybody new.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
guys?
Jiren, how's it going, man?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Good to see you,
Good to
bro.
see you.
I mean, we already got Luca here, so I guess some of them did show up, right?
Yeah.
Luca, we
Yeah.
can see right up your beat, bro. We can see up your
Every
beat.
time.
Yeah.
PJ with the new background. What's up, PJ?
That's I'm at Vicky's.
Oh, nice. Love it, bro.
I noticed that too.
Weasley's like, how big is the pear? I don't know.
Oh man, he's got the same mug as me, PJ. I'm gonna have to throw that mug away now. That dog dad mug. I've literally got that mug. Ah.
Ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's told you how big it is.
Well, we know that the pear is bulbous at the bottom and skinny on top. So, but the
But
size
there's
of
no
it,
up and down on the globe, apparently.
well, exactly. There's not. That's a bit weird, isn't it? If there's no up and down because of the sphericity and the gravity going to the core and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, the pear is exaggeration, obviously.
Of course, it's exaggerated. Of course,
Yeah,
Look, why
it's
did
a
you get-
very
don't do that,
big
dude.
exaggeration.
Yeah, well, you think. But they do say it's
It's
more
just-
bulbous at the bottom, don't they? But or in the south, not the bottom.
It's just like what the shape of the pear.
Yes, PJ. The Earth, like a pear, is wider at the equator and south of the equator. Like a pear, not the same shape as a pear. Although, I guess he's never heard of I mean, that's a pear. So yeah, the Earth could be shaped like that. But yeah, they try and take what someone said, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh no, he said it's like a pear. The Earth must be a pear, but it's shown as a globe. Therefore, that's a point we can make. Just because flat earthers are dumb as fuck.
You know, like he's really exaggerating the shape of a pear. Because you know, as long as something has like something that's
Okay.
small, bigger, and then small, that's a pear shape.
Yeah, a pear
Which
is a regular shape, isn't it? A pear
Everything is a pear. Everything is a pear.
a pear is a regular
say
shape. Can you hear me?
you could call most things pear-shaped if you're gonna really push the description of a pear like that.
Yeah, I was going to say though, a pear. I mean, they always talk about you have a certain circumference, diameter, and radius. A radius is just a straight line, right? But how do you get the radius of something from a pear? It's irregularly shaped.
We have circuit. We have a radius for to the equator. We have a radius to the poles. They're not exactly the same. You can, it's so, the difference is so slight that you can just say the radius is basically 49 kilometers. But it is a slight difference, the radius from the center to the equator than the center to the poles. And everybody understands this, apart from flat earthers. We understand that you can talk with inaccuracy when the accuracy is so fine. The difference between the radius between the poles and the equator is so small that we don't really have to talk about it.
Well, we had this conversation last night, and the conclusion was you'll never be able to see it as a pear. So I think we should just end it there, Luca, because you can try to say, it's this, it's that. The truth is, because you've already said it, there's no pictures of a pear Earth, and there's probably never going to be.
Right.
So, we can...
Yeah, well, no one said the Earth is a pear. They said, like a pear. It is wider at the equator and wider south of the equator. No one said it's a pear, or it's the same shape as a pear. This is just flat earthers straw manning whatever they can because they're stupid.
You can keep talking about it if you really want to, but that's really the conclusion right there, for me at least.
Yeah, I would not call Earth a pear. I would not call Earth a pear shape.
I agree, because Earth's a stationary enclosed plane. 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's wrong, because the measurements would disagree with you for Fkatzoid. It'd be wonderful if you could, present evidence for your claim.
I wouldn't call Earth that.
Welcome to Flat Earth, Luca.
Absolutely.
I would call Earth an oblate spheroid. That
But
is
Luca,
the
No, you said that wrong. You said that wrong.
Okay.
Wait, Luca, repeat after me. Earth is
Earth is
a stationary,
an oblate.
stationary,
an oblate
Good man, Luca.
Okay, if it's an oblate spheroid, still the radius thing, it's an irregular shape. To get the radius, you need a constant circle, not an irregularly shaped.
Good job, PJ.
Spheroid.
We've got different radius.
Why wouldn't you have a radius on any shape? You could have a radius on a table.
Of course you can. I'm talking about the second. Oh, it's not regular. It's not regular, is it?
Yeah, the oblateness makes it irregular, sure.
Luca, we've already agreed last night that you don't see any pear shape or any oblateness at all. It's a perfect circle every single time.
No, you see an oblate spheroid, but the oblateness is so slight that to the naked eye, it's practically invisible.
And you said there's no way that you would be able to notice it.
Yes.
So what's
right? So for to put it into perspective, right? The equatorial radius is 6,378 kilometers. The polar radius is 6,357 kilometers. Difference is about 21 kilometers.
Well, you're not going to convince me, man. You know what I mean? When you have a picture of an oblate spheroid in the sky, I might consider believing you. But until then, it's just fairy tales, and I just have to take your word for it.
I mean, we just don't notice the oblateness. But it is oblate.
But you measure it, don't you? You tell us that it's got a certain circumference, a certain diameter.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
We take the oblateness into account with the measurements.
What? It's a regular.
Yeah, it's called the Vicente formula. You got the Haversine formula, which is, assuming the Earth is a perfect sphere. But we've also, for more accuracy, got the Vicente formula, which takes into account the oblateness of the Earth. That's a thing that we use. Yeah. When the Flerfs are talking about the 3959, that's your radius. Well, that's not the medium. That's the that's the mean radius in miles, right? Mean, is that the right word there? Yeah, that's the mean radius in miles, right? So the equatorial radius in miles is 3963. The polar radius in miles is 3949. So the mean of those is 3959. So that is what we use for simplicity, because the difference there is 26 miles. Is mean the right word there? Am I using? My brain is no, mean's right. Yeah, it's not medium. It's mean.
Get that? You can't do that, can you? It's an irregular thing. It's irregular. It's not a perfect circle, is it? So how do you get the radius to it?
What do you mean? How do you get
Sean Hawkins. I see Sean Hawkins is busy streaming us, and he's busy looking at pairs look like on Google.
I think.
Oh, is Sean Hawkins back on the fucking flat Earth stuff? Good lord. Why don't they just give it up?
Hi guys.
Yeah, he's back to streaming flat Earth. Give it up, Sean.
I think he just got out of jail or something, because you haven't heard nothing out of him for a while.
Now he's back all of a sudden, yeah. But it's good to see you, man. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good go, man.
Sov talking about he's just out of jail when he's got an arrest record longer than my penis. Massive, in other words.
Good to go. You got an oblate spheroid. We got an oblate.
But imagine going on the internet to Google to look how a pear looks like.
Wow.
And hello, Sandro.
Yay, Sandro.
Well, I did that to make a point that there is pears that are kind of spherical.
So how's it been going, Soph? You doing good?
Oh, it's been going good, man. It's been going good. We didn't have to work today. I got up, got ready.
Oh, sorry, there's another Flerf in the chat. What? Question mark. Keep fighting Flat Earth, grifter. Flat Earth is alive and thriving. You keep getting the word grifter and grafter, confused. When you say Flat Earth is alive, more on life support, And thriving, definitely not. There's been an exodus of flat Earth, and only the dumbest of the dumb remain. But what? Like I have said to the other Flerfs in the chat, instead of hanging around in the chat acting like a moron, why don't you come on the stream and act like a moron? You know, you can absolutely do that. My email is fighttheflatearth@gmail.com. Send me an email and I will send you a link to join the show. But we all know you won't, because you're a coward. What? Says the troll claiming Flat Earth is dead, still trolling YouTube. Flat Earth is literally dead. It's on life support with a do not resuscitate sign above it. But stop in the, trying to be big and pretend that Flat Earth's alive and prove it by coming on the stream. Sativa Bat £5 says, to be honest, could put all Flerfs in a cage and send it up with balloons. They'd still say the globe is fake as hypoxia sets in. Go fund me for balloons later. Randomly Epic, who's been a member for 28 months, thank you very much. Remember guys, this stream is in aid of Critical Think. Critical Think funded his own way to Antarctica, and if you would like to help recoup some of those costs for him, then feel free. Just $1 or $2, guys, will certainly help, and I will give you a shout out.
Ready to go to work, and just about 10 minutes before I was getting ready to leave the house, they called and said, "No, we're not doing anything today. Sorry, my grandson got in a car accident. I have to go pick him up and shit." And I was like, "Well, okay." So,
right, so your work depends on somebody else picking up their grandson? Huh. Not really work there, is it, Solve? We all know you're unemployable.
oh, Friday off.
Is they okay?
Huh? Yeah, everybody's all right.
Alright, that's good.
Just upset because he.
Sorry. Dirty Ketchup says, why do you keep timing me out? Dirty Ketchup, we keep timing you out because you're a coward. If you want to stop being timed out, then come on the stream and talk to me.
He's a young kid and he wrecked his car. Well, actually wrecked his dad's truck.
No.
Don't care, Solve.
In Harrisonburg, man, people just like
By saying, look how Pear looks. So I think he's lost his mind.
especially if it's misshapen. I got a globe over here, and it's not oblate at all. It's like perfectly spherical.
Have you checked? Yeah. Have you checked if that globe that you've got is 100% perfectly spherical? I mean, pretty sure this is actually oblate. But the oblateness is so slight. It's like less than 0.001%.
You got to look at what would happen with something rotating like that too.
What?
Yeah.
What would happen?
Especially if it's misshapen, and land masses are all on one side of it.
Well, that's probably where...
What do you mean land masses are all on one side? Does he mean as in... that's one side, but if we look at the Pacific Ocean, it actually covers, an entire side of the Earth. But that's not an issue. The mass of Earth is distributed around it. And again, when we're talking about its rotation, a really fucking slow rotation, which exerts a centrifugal acceleration of 0.03 meters per second squared. Oh, what seems to have ran away from coming on the stream?
It got its oblateness spot.
Well, that's just it. Have you ever had a tire out of balance?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit out of balance, and that thing wobbles like crazy. And the faster you go, the worse it gets. So how can?
Yeah, but it's hardly out of balance. It's the centrifugal acceleration and the internal pressures and the centripetal acceleration due to gravity have all balanced out to have it as an oblate spheroid as it's rotating. That is, it's not like it's unbalanced along the the way that it's rotating. It's slightly wider south of the equator than north by a tiny, tiny, tiny amount. and it's rotating extremely slowly.
You have all the land mass on like one side of a ball and nothing on the other side of it, and it's going to maintain perfect rotation.
That's actually quite a good point, yeah, because the center of mass will be off.
Yeah. It's a thing of wah, 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 like that. It would end up shaking itself apart. What it would do.
Well, how about this? How about this? Does wobble.
No. I'm not talking about this little thing you got between the, talking about the justification for the tilt and all that dumb shit. That's not the kind of wobbling. I'm talking about, apparently you've never had a tire out of balance.
You said because of the obliqueness, it won't. It's not symmetrical, and therefore it would have a wobble when it spins. And
yes, it would.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it would be a violent wobble. Have you ever had a tire out of balance? Luca, have you ever had a tire out of balance?
Why would it be a violent wobble?
Have you ever had a tire out of balance on a motor vehicle?
No.
No. Okay.
Though I have seen tires out of balance.
All right. And do you know what they use? Do you know what they use to balance it?
Probably no, I don't.
Okay, they put a little weight.
What? I mean, debatable deal.
A little weight on the rim, and they put it in a specific area and then clamp it down.
Look what happens just because it's up there.
Just replace the tire, no?
No.
Yeah, but the tire being slightly out of balance is not the same as the Earth rotating not being attached to anything. These are not the same thing. The Earth is not a perfect sphere, but compared to its size, those bumps are completely tiny. Mount Everest is like 9 kilometers tall, while Earth's radius is 6,371 kilometers. That's like a tiny bit of dust on a basketball. If you shrank Earth to the size of a tire, it would probably be the smoothest tire in existence. Earth already has a wobble called the axial precession. It happens over 26,000 years. But it's not caused by the Earth being uneven, more gravitational pulling and stuff, right? Like from the moon and the sun, it's what, the fact that the moon is tidally locked, pulling against the sun's gravity, it wobbles the Earth. Earth also self-adjusts, it just redistributes its mass, like in the mantle and stuff. Ocean currents, Sov's like, oh, well, all the land masses are on one side. Well, yeah, but the water's on the other. Water weighs a lot, A car tire is completely rigid and doesn't have like anything self-balancing. So, boom.
Oh, the wheel is out of balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not whining when you spin flat. Hold on a minute, Luca. Debatable deal. Look, so just because Sov disagrees with flats on the Israel thing, it doesn't mean to say he can't come in. Bloody hell, just because it's a flat Earth thing. Bloody hell, stop whining. So people disagree and everything. It doesn't mean to say they can't be friends and they can't come in bloody be in each other's streams. Come on, man.
What's that?
Come in. Bloody hell, just because Sov disagrees with hold on a minute, Luca. Debatable deal. Look. So just because Sov disagrees with flats on the Israel thing, it doesn't mean to say he can't come in. Bloody hell, just because it's a flat Earth thing. Bloody hell, stop whining. So people disagree and everything. It doesn't mean to say they can't be friends and they can't come in bloody be in each other's streams. Come on, man.
I'm also an anarchist, so I'm sure.
How dare you, Sov?
You said twat wrong, Sov. PJ's right though. There's no reason why you can't disagree on some things and still be friends. But, being friends with someone like Sov is morally reprehensible. I would rather cheese grate my nipples than be associated with someone like Sov. That's just how it is. Morally, every single person here is a billion times better than Sov. No, Albert, not saying that kind of shit on my channel. Fuck off. Roger that says, if you keep playing this, both Wesley and I have a go at Sov. I was not pleasant with him at all. I was going to join, but I had a bit of a migraine. So I couldn't, right? quick break. So a lot of you know that I struggle with mental health and stuff because of my the pain levels that I'm in, etc. It disturbs everything about my life. And for quite a long time, I've been on a mood stabilizer called venlafaxine. Basically a little chemical blanket for my brain to help me deal with mood swings and stuff related to the amount of pain that I'm in. However, long-term usage of those is not something that I ever wanted to have. Possible kidney damage and things like that. So over the past couple of months, I've weaned myself off of venlafaxine, which is pretty hard actually, and it's made me a little bit more emotional than normal.
All diggers disagree and everything. It doesn't mean say they can't be friends and they can't come in bloody be in each other's stream.
And yeah, so I was going to join his stream, but the venlafaxine, the come down from that, I've not only been having like anxiety attacks slightly because of it, but it's headaches and stuff and fatigue. But I think I'm over it now, to be honest. I think I have weaned myself off of it successfully. So there is that. But anyway, quick reminder about what we are doing here today, guys. This is a stream in honor of Critical Think, who funded his own way to Antarctica. We are here to say thank you and hopefully try and get in some money back. If you'd like to donate to the cause, the link to the GoFundMe is in the chat and in the description. Yeah, venlafaxine does help a lot, but coming off it fucking sucks. My brain no longer has that nice chemical blanket of happy chemicals. And now it's going like, where's my nice juice gone? I don't know what's happening. Tim Davidson, $5 says, borderline personality disorder here. They give me Simbata. Not kidding. The fibromyalgia stuff. Go figure. Fucking hell.
James, come on, Mark.
I'm also an anarchist, so I have.
That's how things are supposed to.
Abominable school shit that they got. They got to have their little grades and their little cliques and their little I hate so and so clubs and whatever the fuck. They're just little kids that grow facial.
Hey, debatable. I'm not getting triggered. And breathe, smoke a ciggy, relax, buddy. I'm not smoking a ciggy. I'm smoking a joint. Always am. So yeah, I'm relaxed. I'm not triggered. I just think it's funny that why can't look, just because they disagree on things, we disagree on a lot of things.
That's not what they care about.
Oh, just get on with it. Soundwave says, I'm on venlafaxine also. It's like withdrawal when you even miss a few days. Yeah, fucking hell. You get brain zaps. Crazy shit.
They're trying to shit stir between.
They just want drama. But anyway, tonight is Flat Earth night, so it's amazing that people voted specifically they wanted Flat Earth Friday night on my channel.
Yeah.
And those people are too shit scared to come in.
Right.
So Wesley.
It's also just weird that you're doing Flat Earth, because I just want to remind people, if you're just joining the stream, I'm covering Fkatzoid, covering Flat Earth.
Right now, 2 billion.
Even though this was said.
It is now only going to be flat. I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
And now we're covering Flat Earth Friday from yesterday.
Wesley's one of them.
Look at my cheat sheet.
Run it for a million years. He says, run it for a million years and it will smooth out. The only way it's going to smooth out over any amount of time is if all the land and everything balances out. That would mean huge shifting of the continents, and then the Pacific Ocean would have continents in it. Stop.
Huge shifting of the continents. Yeah, that's kind of what's happened. That's, glacial mantle drift and everything. That's a thing. But the mass of Earth is pretty much balanced. Water weighs a lot. Probably more than some land, to be honest. Oh, apparently we have a donation for Critical Fundraiser. Richard, thank you very much for the donation. That's really helpful. I'm sure Critical Think says thank you.
Wesley, you don't know anything. And you know what? Look at Luke has got the balls to come up here. You don't.
And also, you guys have to understand, if that is off balance, you're not going to have a smooth transition for spin, like you say. So it will keep on having. You'll feel the change in velocity
over months.
Look at the
Really?
quote. I'm just saying.
And I did have a
I think
thought from
you'd
earlier.
feel it over months.
Are they talking about the change in velocity of Earth due to its elliptical orbit around the sun? Yeah, that change is like 0.2% over 6 months. You know, that's an acceleration that is so tiny that our body does not have the ability to feel it. StealthGun520 says, I was like 30 minutes last stream and missed it all. Yeah, that's because the last stream was a flatter for rage quitting before they finished their intro.
Let's look at the poll. 53%, 53 voted for the Earth is a station close plane, 42%, and 58% space pair. So space pair people, why aren't you in? Where's your debating skills? Come on.
Oh,
Yeah, and Wesley, here's another thing, buddy. How do you even know that the Earth's a million years old? How do you even know what the age of the Earth is?
We can measure the age of the Earth through lots of things like radiometric dating. Evolution gives us clues as to how old the Earth is when we trace it back. We can quite clearly see how old the Earth is, but that's not a Earth shape question.
Would you do carbon date it? Find a piece of a bush that was there when they made it?
Yes, we did carbon date things, absolutely. Just laughing at carbon dating doesn't make it go away. Sov, you dumbass. Oh, Sov, sorry, I need to refer to you correctly. Sov, you chong-looking motherfucker.
Or something. So yes, this is 3 million years old. Good God.
Using time attention.
And no, a thought I had from earlier was, about Neil deGrasse Tyson. And there are a lot of Globers who will be like, that man is mistaken.
Well,
and flat earthers already have that view in general. So it's like, how come that can't be a point that we finally agree on something?
Mm-hmm.
And if not, why not?
What did he say there?
Be like, that man is mistaken.
Using time attention.
And no, a thought I had from earlier was, about Neil deGrasse Tyson. And there are a lot of Globers who will be like, that man is mistaken.
Well,
and flat earthers already have that view in general. So it's like, how come that can't be a point that we finally agree on something?
Okay, I agree with you that Neil deGrasse Tyson says things that are wrong. I have a large list of things that Neil deGrasse Tyson has got wrong. And in fact, I'm scripting a video that says Neil deGrasse Tyson was wrong. Yeah, I agree with you. When Neil deGrasse Tyson got the beach ball and said, you can't see the curve, that stuff's flat, he was ignoring what your field of view could have been. And the fact that you've been able to see the curve of the Earth from the Concorde and things like that. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a science communicator that tries to dumb things down, but does it too much at the cost of accuracy of a statement. Charlie Welch says, Sub is actually meth-riddled scum. I am not going to disagree.
And if not, why not?
You know, he did McDonald's commercials back before he was this physicist or whatever the hell he is. He was doing a McDonald's commercial. I'm loving it. Yeah, boy. Get yourself some McRib.
He's always been a physicist. He's been famous for like decades. So he did an advert for McDonald's. If someone asked me to do an advert for McDonald's, I'd say yeah, because they pay me money.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Reds to take me up on a debate, but Red still runs away.
How about radiometric dating?
Do you even know how radiometric dating works?
Yes, I guarantee you fucking don't. Oh, Dick Wayne, or Dick Wine, as we are now referring to him, is in the chat. Or actually, Ryan, as is his real name. Ryan is actually Sov's son, if you didn't know. Hey Dick, just a daily reminder, nobody likes you. You're useless, single, and unemployable. And when I say no one likes you, I even mean your mother.
Let's have a look.
So the answer is no.
Well, I know that that's the best evidence.
No, it's not. No more than somebody spinning a spoon around and some tea leaves and saying, hey, look here, this is what it says.
Well, that's just a complete mischaracterization of anything to do with radiometric or carbon dating. Just like when you said to me that Cavendish is a parlor trick because you can do this.
Unstable isotopes
You don't even
decay
know what
into
an
stable.
isotope is.
Well, I can find out.
Why don't you find all that stuff out first and then claim that this is evidence of something? You know, why do we have to play learn along with you for your evidence?
Do you know what isotopes are?
Yes. See, that's what you guys do, though. You come in and you.
I guarantee that if we asked him what, carbon dating was, which type of carbon do we measure? Is it just carbon, or is there a particular carbon? Oh, carbon 14. That's right. It's the radioactive isotope of carbon, and we can measure its decay over time. Cosmic rays slam into Earth's atmosphere, creating carbon 14 from nitrogen. Plants absorb carbon 14 during photosynthesis. Animals eat the plants, and it all circulates through the food chain. While alive, organisms keep replenishing their carbon 14. When they die, they stop taking in new carbon, and the existing carbon 14 decays with a half-life of 5,730 years. So we can literally see how much has decayed, times it by, 5370, get length. Critical Think's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Thought you'd be asleep, to be honest. As Critical Think is here, along with Dick Wayne. I think I prefer Critical Think. Quick reminder of what we're doing here today. Our friend Critical Think joined the final experiment in Antarctica, where they went to measure the shape of the Earth, show that there's a 24-hour sun, and Critical Think in particular increased his extensive library of Earth weight measurements. He is, in fact, the world leader of Earth weight measurements based on where you are on the planet. This was the first time he's managed to go sub 80 degrees, and it's been incredible to add to his library of evidence. Critical Think, unlike Witsit and Jirenism and Dave McKeegan, funded his own way there. Put his hand in his pocket and took all of his money out and threw it at ALE. And they gladly took it. However, that's a lot of money. We have a target of 60,000 Australian dollars to recoup the losses that Critical Think incurred during his trip. And if the 295 people watching were to just donate $1 to $5, it would massively help go towards that target. Also, what would be really, really helpful is if you could all share this fundraiser on your social medias, on your Facebooks, your Tiki-Taks, your Twitix, whatever it is, your Truth socials, or I don't know, all those things. I'm too old for social media. But Critical Think, thank you very much. You're welcome to join if you want. I understand you've just got up, so you probably want to grab a coffee and stuff. But yeah. Thank you, Brian, also for your donation. That means the world.
You'll say some shit, and then you'll want us to teach you about it. And it's like, wait a minute, that was your claim.
Okay, Luca, let me try and explain it quickly to you, okay? The radiometric dating, it works by measuring the ratio of the radioactive element, isotope, between the parent. In other words, the daughter and the decay. You understand? So they just
no, between the daughter and the decay. No, we just measure the amount of carbon 14 left in it.
Decay, yeah.
That's it.
Seems pretty simple. In principle, I guess. Just measure the decay.
And it's inaccurate. Because
Why?
it always gives different results.
Well, that's the claim that needs evidence. When done correctly, you get the right results. Like anything. And Flerfs claim that, doing an experiment correctly is fudging the data. But very much like if you get some bathroom scales and they're not assembled correctly, they do not weigh the thing they are supposed to weigh. You have to set up the measuring device correctly to get the correct results, to tell you if you are getting what you expect or not. So, no, it doesn't always give different results, when the experiment is done correctly, it always matches the predictions of what we expect. All right, what's Dicky Boy in the chat saying? Did I mean 5280 Icy Spin? Maybe, possibly. Oh, in the chat, the thing we're watching, is Dick actually here? Let's type in Dick Wayne and see what comes up. Oh no, Dick Wayne is not here. I thought he was, damn it.
No.
Yes. You can give the same sample to 5 different labs, and every single lab will have different results.
No. They all give the same results.
No, they don't.
Give evidence of that claim for Fkatzoid.
Oh my.
What fantasy world do you live in, Luca?
If radiometric dating didn't work, the numbers would definitely clash. But they don't.
They're not consistent.
No.
So you understand, consistency is key when you're trying to determine anything.
Yeah, but you're just saying a thing. Give evidence it's not consistent when done correctly.
Consistency.
Yeah.
If you get inconsistent numbers from the same sample, then it's not inclusive, is it?
Why? They're consistent. Why?
Which number do you pick? You get 3 different numbers. You test the same thing 3 times, you get 3 different numbers. Which one do you believe?
It doesn't happen, though. You're just saying a thing. Jensen Flatfoot says, are you bald, Craig? No, I'm not bald. I'm 42 with a slightly receding hairline, but I'm certainly not bald. I have had a specific haircut so that I can take on and off my cap without it looking too silly. But no, I'm not bald. I am 42 and have an appropriate hairline for a 42-year-old.
Well, in that case, they're not consistent.
Well, that's what I just said.
You said they are consistent.
I said they are not consistent.
So, okay, so you say that the numbers are not consistent.
That's correct.
Okay, well, I say they are. So
okay,
now
well,
what?
Go ahead and say that then.
Now what? How are you gonna...
Now what? What do you mean? It doesn't make them consistent.
Well, now how are we gonna?
Well, the fact that they're being consistent shows that they're consistent.
We're gonna provide evidence that they are or aren't consistent.
Well, the thing is, what do you mean? This is what we know about the damn test, is that it's inconsistent results. Otherwise, we would have never said anything about it.
So you keep saying, show evidence for that.
You, again, who knows nothing about this thing, is wanting us to teach you about it again.
No,
that's not how this works. If you're going to invoke evidence for your claim, then you have to support the evidence. You don't ask me.
I'm just looking for...
You just made the claim that it's inconsistent. So back up that fucking claim. So Flerfs have seen cherry-picked examples where a test gave a weird result. Specifically, a living mollusk shell giving thousands of years old because of old carbon in the water. They latch on to these exceptions without bothering to learn why it actually happens. Carbon dating is only for once living things. It measures the decay of carbon-14, half-life of 5,730 years. It's great for wood, bone, charcoal, cloth, and other organic material up to about 50,000 years old. Beyond that, there's so little carbon-14 left that it's basically useless. So we don't use carbon dating to see if the Earth's millions of years old. We use radiometric dating for that.
Or I'm just looking for evidence that they aren't consistent.
You didn't even have evidence of what it was until just a second ago.
Well, right. I've learned what it is now.
Well, that's because we've been teaching it to you. That's not how this works.
You didn't teach it. He read it, and then you said something that was wrong.
You don't come up with a claim and then have us teach you about your claim.
Well, that's one of the evidences that they
No. You are the one responsible for knowing what your claim is, not me. I don't have to teach it to you.
All I've done is gone best evidence that the...
How is it best evidence when you don't even know if it is evidence? You don't know anything about it.
That's what I'm seeing here on Google.
Well, somebody told you that it was the best evidence that it had.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what you go with? You don't know why or anything
What
else?
was the
Just
ChatGPT,
repeat what
Luca?
some...
Well, yeah, but Solve. All right, clearly Luca doesn't know about carbon or radiometric dating, but neither do you. So this is just a conversation of two people who don't know what they're talking about shouting at each other. It's pointless, right? Why don't you both talk about things that you know, like you, Solve, getting arrested and having convictions coming out the wazoo, for instance. Jensen Flatfoot says, Craig, why does your background look like you're in a strip club? Because I'm the owner of a strip club in Kirkcaldy, and I stream from there, clearly. I mean, where's the pole? And the strippers? And the bar? I have a shoe rack with some trainers and DC characters and a pineapple plant on, and a bunch of stuff sent to me by my fans. Could you explain how this resembles a strip club in any way? Have you been in some... I think when you went to a strip club, you weren't where you thought you were, dude. Jensen Flatfoot says, use your imagination. Oh, that's right, you don't have one. I once imagined that a Flerf was smart. I was wrong. But Jensen, come on the channel. You're clearly a Flerf. FightTheFlatEarth@gmail.com. Be a big boy.
Well, I'm learning about it though.
Well, then when you're done learning about it, then bring it up.
Yeah, but after I do learn about it, what are you gonna say?
Well, we'll find out.
Wait, if you want it to be a strip club, I can just be like... Is this what you wanted, eh? You're getting excited now, Flatfoot. Oh, you're loving it, right? Want a bit of a nipple action. There you go. Oh.
We'll find out when and if that occurs.
If that happens,
You're just gonna say the same thing, right? After I learn about it, you're gonna say, "Well, it's
Jensen Flatfoot says, I'm not going to go on your channel, Craig Wynn. Okay, guys, play Whack-A-Troll with Jensen as he's far too terrified to debate me. Oh, is that just Dick Wayne? Dick Wine, as I say.
unreliable because the numbers they give different numbers, which is what you say."
That sounds a little like somebody else I know, somebody called Luca, that always comes in, ends up conceding, then doubles down, then goes in circles and circles and circles and says the same thing. You're talking about yourself there, Luca.
What?
You're pretty much talking about yourself. What you're trying to describe, that's what you do. That's what you do.
You never get.
No, I'm like, what happens after I learn about it? You're just
Well,
gonna
I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet.
Then that means that's some kind of knowledge you've learned. You know, that means you know something once you know about it.
Hello, Mystery Man. How you doing in the chat? I'm still going to call you Mr. E-Man because it's much more fun.
You predict the future based on whether or not you learn something. How do I know what the future is going to hold? How do I even know that you're actually going to learn any of it? And then come back in with anything.
You're witnessing me learning about it right now.
Right, but that's not why we're here. We're not here to have the teach Luca shit that he brought up.
Yeah. And you're asking about an end result.
The original point was how old the...
Yes, Critical, buddy. Have I got you on Discord? Oh, I'll just send you an email. Give me 2 secs, mate, and I will get you a link. Guys, we're going to get Critical Think on stream. Got about 2 more hours of this stream, guys, to try and raise some funds for Critical Think. There you go, my friend. I've just sent you a link via email. Oh, look. Lots of me.
the Earth is. You wondered how we
Well,
knew how old the Earth was.
They don't know how old the Earth is. That's the reality of it.
We do. You just don't agree with anything because you're thick as fuck because you're a flat earther. Well, that's not fair. You're not a flat earther. You're not stupid because you're a flat earther. That's the wrong way around. You're actually a flat earther because you're stupid. I know, Mr. E-Man. Oh, so we think Jensen Flatfoot is Dick Wayne, do we? So, do other Globers join? I think eventually they do, yes.
And so I looked up what the best evidence for that is, and it said radiometric dating.
And what is that?
Well, now I know. It's where you just date, you see the decay of objects, and
Whoa.
Here we go, guys. Getting the man himself in. Hello, Critical. How the devil are you, sir?
Yeah, changed my name. There you go.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. It's thanks a lot for what you're doing here today.
Oh, no worries. Thank you for what you did. We all should be saying thank you to you because you put your hand in your pocket and went and said screw you to the Flerfs in real time, and that's always an amazing thing to witness.
Right, just catching up with the sound here. Hang on. Right. So, yes, I am the world's leading expert in weight change versus latitude. Privileged to be here today.
I'm privileged to have you on, yes. Do you just want to just spend a couple of minutes explaining the premise of the experiments and measurements you've been doing? So anyone that isn't aware can catch up and maybe encourage them to donate to your GoFundMe.
Right. It's all to do with because of the shape of the Earth and spinning and everything. There's the people have modelled this in the WGS 84 model, and they've actually given formulas for what is the net force of gravity on an object over the surface of the Earth. Now, when I say net force, I mean the combination of gravity and centrifugal force. So they've modelled the shape and everything and come up with this interesting formula that can predict what something's weight will be, because on a scale, electronic balance, the weight is measured by measuring the force. So Wolfie 6020 was the first person that brought my attention to this. He took a very cheap set of scales in 3 locations in Australia, 3 or 4. And when I saw this, I didn't think this was possible to measure such a difference because I thought it would be too small. But Wolfie 6020 did this, and I was fascinated by this. Like how it was just so incredible that you could actually go to a different place on Earth and you could measure the difference in weight caused by the shape of the Earth being an oblate spheroid and the rotation of the Earth. Spinning 1 revolution per day provides a very small centrifugal force component, but it's measurable. So I went and bought myself some scales, and I got some sensitive scales, and I started doing some measurements, and I've been measuring for 5 years now. I think it is. I think it's more than 5 years. It's 7 years, I think. I've been taking measurements. I've got over 100 measurements, and I believe I've got the biggest database. It's the biggest database I know of, anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it was fantastic. I could not miss the opportunity to go to Antarctica and make another measurement.
I know, you've gone to a place that, probably less than 0.001% of humanity have been to. And, you know, I'm not jealous in the slightest, of course not. But yeah, incredible. How did you find the whole experience of going to Antarctica?
Well, once in a lifetime thing, fantastic. The place is very beautiful. And, I mean, I've never been to a cold climate, so it was especially different for me. And yeah, to be with all those people. And MC Toon was much more organised than me with his experiments. I just concentrated on my weight experiment, didn't bring enough cameras, and I had Where's Wally's experiment to set up. And I also then added, at the last minute, the experiment to record the whole flight across the Southern Pacific, both ways. So I didn't have the volume of experiments, but I had some of the best ones.
And that's a lot of CGI you had to generate, like, you know, it must have taken a long time to render all that entire flight in CGI. That was crazy. I think the question that I've wanted to ask everyone that went there is, how did 10 days with Witsit feel?
So, well, it's a bit of an odd character, very argumentative, and at times incommunicative. So most of the time he stayed out of people's way. But when you got to talk to him, it was all a bit of argy-bargy at the time.
It's actually hilarious. Yeah, I spent 3 days with Witsit in New Jersey, and that was an experience. Yeah, he referred to me as a chubby cripple because I called him a moron. The funniest thing is that when I was there in New Jersey, he told me that I'm not invited to the thing that I was currently at, and that I'd never be invited back. And then guess which one of us is actually invited back this year? Me, and not him. He was invited, but they had to rescind the invite for some reason. Jensen Flatfoot, yeah, actually, I do see your email. It's in spam. However, you waited until I brought a guest on to decide that you want to come on to debate me when I gave you the opportunity earlier. It seems a little convenient that you waited until I brought the Great Critical Think on to then email me and say that you will debate me. I will be live tomorrow, and we can debate then.
Unless you want to debate in the chat from JSS Tiger. He donated $250. Thanks very much.
Oh, dude, thank you very much. That's really, really amazing. Yeah. The fact that Critical Think put his money in his hand in his own pocket and paid for this when Will funded the most expensive luggage ever to go there.
Will had to pay for that excess baggage. I didn't pay for that one.
Oh, Jensen Flatfoot says he'll come on and debate both of us. Do you want to have a chat with a Flatty?
Yeah, that's okay. Somebody there says, like, I haven't been to Canberra or Victoria. Actually, I have been to Victoria, I have been to Canberra, but I have not taken a measurement in Canberra, but I have taken measurements in Melbourne.
All right, so I've just got an email from this Flatfoot. I'm guessing their name is Christian Madsen. It says, Craig, have you ever kissed a man or been to the dark world? Thank you for your time. That's a very interesting email. I don't know why you want to know if I've kissed a man. Keep your kinks to yourself. No shame in here. But I have sent you a link to this stream. Signaset $5 says, petition to give Alderon and Alberax wrenches. I've already given out a few today, but I guess I can give a couple more. So is there anywhere else you plan to go to add to your list of measurements?
Hey, wait a minute. I got to answer this. I got to say this dude's name. Wicked Pisser said, for another modest donation, Mr. or Mrs. Pisser, I don't know whether you're male or female, but there you go.
Let's see where we're at now with the donations. It's gone up a few hundred. That's amazing. We're currently at 36,329 Australian dollars. Recent donations from Michael Hassel, Monkey in the Works, Richard Montaro, Brian Parnham. Thank you very much, Richard Stubitz. Guys, this is amazing support, and I'm sure I speak for Critical Think when I say that he absolutely appreciates it.
Somebody asked about northern latitude measurements. Yes, I've got measurements, northern latitudes in Thailand. South Africa, no. South America, of course, yes, because that's where we went for the final experiment. So, Craig, I missed your question before I interrupted you.
That's
Do you
okay.
still have?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you've got plans to do any more measurement experiments anywhere else. You should come and visit me in Scotland and do some up here.
Yes, I'd actually love to go to the Scotland and places up there because there's lots of high latitude measurements to be done in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there because it's so easy to go above a certain latitude in that area of the world.
Where I am in Fife has a lot of really high latitude, very easily accessible places. Like Miles Davis, did a lot of great observations from just literally around the corner from where I live. And also, if you came to Scotland, you're welcome to crash at my place, and I'd love to grab a drink with you.
So maybe that's next year when I've replenished my funds a bit.
Yeah.
And
stupid globe, so expensive to travel.
In the meantime, so I have taken some more measurements using the Fkatzoid recommended method of calibrating at every location. Now, believe it or not, I've done this. I've got the data. I just haven't put it into a video yet because I'm busy with real life stuff. So I haven't had much time or emotional energy left over to do a video, but
I understand.
This is the Fkatzoid recommended defeat the experiment by calibrating at every location, but he does not know that I have been able to duplicate the experiment by calibrating at every location and getting the same result. How about that?
Amazing. He would just cry fake, of course. JSS Tiger for $5 says, Critical, please tell us if Whitsitt argued with any of the ALE staff.
Oh, I have no knowledge about that, but we did have a session where the ALE staff, many of them wanted to talk to these nutters that called themselves flat earthers because they couldn't understand why someone would believe in a flat earth. And I think in that meeting, it was Jiren that done most of the talking. I can't remember if Whitsitt joined in, but that was an interesting meeting. And so can't remember much about it, but yeah, that was the only time I sort of was aware of Whitsitt speaking to staff, but that he may have spoken to staff at other times. I don't know.
Oh. I imagine that any time he spoke with them, he would have been arguing. Right, so the guy I've got is Jensen Flatfoot or Hansen Flatfoot. They're both, I think they're the same person with different accounts. And they say, thank you for reading that email. Well, of course I'm going to read a weird email from a weird person as they send it. But I guess you're too scared to come and debate. So that's fine. That's no worries. We don't need to worry about you because you're not important. So I've been going over Fkatzoid, who said he's never going to do Flat Earth again. And then 4 days later did Flat Earth Friday.
So I got that solves a piece of work, isn't he?
You can say piece of shit. It's fine. I do not mind. Yeah.
I got him with a clip saying, this is going to go in my next video. It's a clip of him saying, it's okay for him to say that he predicted these values, but where's the working? How do we know he didn't just make this up and then come on later and said, see, I predicted it and it come true? Well, I'm going to say this will be in the video too, but I'm on that debate that I had on your channel with Fkatzoid. I showed the working. I showed the formula. I even showed what the prediction would be before I went to Antarctica. Well, how do I know which number to make up? Really? What number am I going to choose if I'm going to make it up? Huh?
You've got to remember, these are the dumbest people on the planet. I mean, there's no other way to say it. They're all thick as fuck. And they think they're smart. And the only ones that actually are smart turn out to not in the end be flat earthers. Like, Jiren has really surprised me in a lot of ways. That I regret ever calling Jiren dishonest and stuff, because he's shown me that he's actually one of the most honest people that there is. That he will follow what the results show. And maybe he had like a bit of cult mentality before, but when it became undeniable to him, he had to follow the data. And that's something you have to respect. When you were there with him, did you notice a change in him as he kind of realized he was wrong?
Yes. So we knew early on that Jiren was going to flip. But we could not say anything because this was Jiren's thing to announce.
Yeah.
So we actually knew this was in Punta Arenas because they started to look at the sun going and the direction of the sun. And that was big trouble for the Flat Earth camp when the sun was already going around us and just dipping below the horizon for a little bit in the south. And, we could tell there was a bit of panic starting in the Flat Earth camp.
Yeah.
And but when we were in Union Glacier, I did, and back in Punta Arenas when we were come back, I did ask Jiren about what he thought about the shape of the Earth, and he did hinted very muchly that it seemed to be globe-shaped rather than flat.
It's incredible, like to watch him, when he's been pushing it so hard for 10 years. It's great to see it from our side, but I would have loved to be inside his head and experience it the way that he did. Like, it must have been such an earth-shattering thing for him, because he genuinely did believe the Earth was flat. He believed that everything in the South that we've been told was a lie. He was convinced by it, and for that monumental change in his head, it must have been some kind of like existential crisis that he would have gone through.
Exactly. I mean, he was a bit quiet, right? And part of this would have been, I guess, the emotional turmoil that would have been going on inside. As you said, to have 10 years of fighting for the flat Earth and making out all the globe people are stupid. So, and all of a sudden he has to eat humble pie.
Yeah,
that's got to be difficult for anybody. So he was a bit quiet about that.
And I've spoken to him a lot on a personal level, and I know that emotionally it's been hard for him because he lost all the people that he considered friends. Everyone that he, for the past 10 years, that he has hung out with, messaged, talked to, interacted with, streamed with, considered friends, just instantly threw him under the bus so quickly. And, that must have been really hard to deal with. These people that he thought were his friends, the second he disagrees with them, they're now his enemy. And, I've tried to say to him that my mum always told me that it's much better to have one true, honest, loyal friend than 10 friends that will just drop you, in a second. And us on the globe side have to now show Jiren the support that he's lost on the flat Earth side.
Yeah, so hats off to Jiren, of course. It must have been very difficult for him, and he's in financial trouble because of it as well, I believe.
Yeah,
but he's seems to be okay. I mean, I think from what I haven't been in touch with him, but he seems to be okay. I think he'll recover because he's honest, he's creative, he's got some good ideas for a new channel and things. So I wish Jiren the best. I'm still unhappy about some of the things you said about me, Jiren, but
Yeah, he said some pretty nasty things about me as well, you know. But to be fair, I said some nasty things about him. So that's the game, I guess, that we play here.
So sometimes maybe I would have poked fun at Jiren. Yes, I admit that, and that was one of his pet hates. So Jiren, I apologise for that, but that was all fun and games in the art of flat Earth destruction. And I wish you well, Jiren. I hope you do well now, and again, congratulations on actually coming out of the dark side and seeing the light.
Jiren and I always have a bit of a laugh about the fact that I sold like 1,200 interesting T-shirts, and he's like, "Where's my cut of that?" It must have been really hard, but I'm glad that he is now on our side. But yeah, also like you said, financial trouble in the sense that he lost all the flat Earth support that he had. There was a bunch of flat Earthers giving him money all the time, and that stopped. So I mean, that must have been quite hard, you know.
Very difficult, yes. So I know what it's like to have no cash.
Yeah, you spent all yours going to Antarctica.
Oh, there was more to it than that. I spent. All I'm saying now is I'm glad I got to spend some of my cash to go to Antarctica before someone else took it all. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough. JSS Tiger says, "I'm glad Whitsett is still a flat earther. It's funny as hell." Yeah, got to agree. I've been covering Fkatzoid, having his flat Earth debate. Do you wanna listen to some stupid?
Well, yeah, we can do that. It's your stream.
Sure, it's going through to you. You get the audio there. Perfect. Whee. I'll send you that video so you can see him as well. Not that you need to see him, it's just idiots talking. Yeah, so like I said, about a week ago, Fkatzoid did a stream saying that he's never going to touch Flat Earth again. I don't know if you've heard him say that.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely said it. But then 4 days later, he's doing Flat Earth Friday.
Who was around 4.5 billion years ago?
Oh, they're currently arguing about radiometric dating, which is hilarious because no one on the panel knows anything about radiometric dating.
I don't know anything. I'm not going to talk about it. What?
I mean, I know the basics that they use. Well, for carbon dating, which is like for 50,000 years old, they just use the half-life of carbon-14. For radiometric dating, there's so many different methods. Like uranium, lead, xentonite. There's so many different types of radiometric dating based on the isotopes that exist, and some that show that the Earth is clearly billions of years old. But that's nothing they're ever going to understand. I think at the bottom a Globe Earther's joined here, and he doesn't look happy.
To record what the freshness of it was.
Luca? Huh? Wait, I want to show you something. I don't know. Where is it?
Back when the isotope was fresh, so they have something to compare.
What is this, Luca?
Yep.
Did he just say back when the isotope is fresh? That's not how you... Does he think like if you don't keep some isotopes in a fridge, they go bad or something? Wesley in the chat says that it's Wesley. I'm going to try and pronounce your surname, and I'm sorry. Grandinard? Wesley Grandinard is the Globe Earther that has joined.
That is me.
Load up to the max.
Oh my word.
That is me. That is me and the globe merged together.
Dancing in space and holding a moon, a globe model toy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, is that like that?
Roger that, not Roger. Roger
All
that.
right, who's the one? Who's the person?
If you really want to debate with the Reds,
wait a minute.
I can arrange that, no problem at all. But
It's Sean Hawkins' challenge, and he just because he can't do it himself.
Hear this guy at the
Why?
bottom
Because he's an ignoramus.
Start talking.
I can set it up.
There we go.
Luca. Hey, hey.
Oh, that's
guys.
lovely. Hello.
Hey, hey, Luca. Hey, So do you want to debate Reds? Because Roger that can set it up.
You just said that.
Well, I was supposed to debate Roger that. Wait. No. It started out that I was supposed to debate Roger that. And then he wants to drag Red in. I don't give a shit who he brings to the party. And Red's welcome to come on my show anytime he wants as well.
I love that Sov here is acting like he'd debate anyone anytime when he specifically told me that he won't ever debate me because he refuses to make me money. It sounds like a cop-out
Maybe
to me, right?
So how do we go out and find some nice fresh isotopes? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you just need to pop to the isotope store. Make sure you go to their fresh section. Don't get the frozen isotopes. They're not going to work properly. Yeah.
Sob, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Flats.
Well, I was talking to you. How about that? How about that? I was talking to you. This whole
Reds knows where to find me, and Reds has literally told me last time, no, he's not interested.
So you're interested in debating Reds then?
He's been running from me for like 5 years. So
I'm asking you, are you interested? Can you answer that? Can you answer that question?
Yes.
Right, let's just get to the actual debate.
Video that IC Spin sent to you on your stream a couple months ago.
Oh no, I haven't got to it because I haven't been really doing flat Earth content. So sorry, I haven't looked at it. But with the sun and the solar filter.
Yeah, I'll present it because I think it's one of the best proofs of the sun being distant. And if you subscribe to any sort of circling sun model on flat Earth, it would kind of.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, Reds that they're referring to is Radiometric, one of the OG flat Earth debunkers, who you can find on the channel Radiometric. Has done amazing measurements of the sun, views of the sun with solar filters, measurements of the ISS and stuff with Astronomy Live. So yeah, definitely go and check out Radiometric.
Let me show the video first.
Wait, just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you use the term distant, how far away is distant, and when does it become near?
Those are very.
How do you even answer a stupid question like that? He doesn't even understand that these terms are like, they're not exactly like accurate specified terms. Distant, far. He hurts my brain.
How far is distant?
Yeah. I'm writing a book. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm currently writing a book called How to Talk to Stupid People. And I don't think anyone else in the world is more qualified to write that book than me at this point.
No, that'd be correct.
Very relative terms, and so that would be somebody's opinion. So I like to go by exact numbers.
Okay, so where did you get these exact numbers from?
I haven't presented any exact
numbers. As far as the sun is concerned, where did you get the exact numbers as to its distance?
Well, yeah, give him a chance to present it, Sov, before you ask questions. You've debated a bunch of flat earthers, right?
Not many.
Not many. Who did you debate on my channel last year? Or was it this year?
Oh, last one was Fkatzoid.
Oh, right. Yeah, you debated Fkatzoid. Oh, my God.
And I debated them basically text debates, but not many one-on-one. I'd like to maybe do more of those in time, but yeah.
Well, Fkatzoid says he's going to go live every Friday for his Flat Earth Friday, so you should crash one of those.
I'll consider it.
Big Fish says, will your book cost $250? No, I'm going to self-publish it for like $20 or something. I'm going to try and get some hardback copies like published as well.
You're asking a question that's not on topic. I'm not claiming what the distance to the sun is. I'm just sharing something.
Didn't you say that it's actually very distant? That's why I'm asking. How far is distant? And
it doesn't matter.
By whose reference?
Again, you're asking me a lot of questions before I show this video. And
would 3,000 miles be? Would 3,000 miles, is that distant?
Depends. What are you talking about? For the sun?
Sure.
In our model? No.
Well, I've got a question for you guys though. If say something's 3,000 miles away,
can you let him present his evidence? But they're just like badgering him before he's actually getting a chance to do anything.
Is it observable that it would change angular size?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, we could use geometry to determine how much it would. Sure.
Only if you actually use
Wait. Well, it's. I'm trying to think. Yeah, versus a million miles. Yeah, it would be a lot different.
Well, let's put it this way: have you actually observed something 3,000 miles away?
Yeah.
Like
the moon.
How do you know the moon's more than 3,000 miles away?
Because of measurements we've
measured.
taken.
How do
What
you measure?
Yeah, we've literally measured it. It's really not that hard to measure. If it was 3,000 miles away, right, then when some people on Earth can see it, there'd be no way that everybody else on Earth is able to see it the way they are, you know, in the sky. If it was just 3,000 miles above us, for some people it'd literally be on the horizon instead of in the sky. You only have to be like 10,000 miles away.
Flat Earth sun.
Yeah.
It's so easy, so simple. The mathematics, the geometry is so simple. You can measure the height of the flat Earth sun in like a very simple triangular calculation. And yet the flat earthers keep avoiding this question, and they just they answer the question is, how far away is the flat Earth sun when it is 1 degree above the horizon? Because you say it just goes far away. And no flat earther wants to answer that. Why? Why don't they want to answer that? Oh, it's because either they can't do triangles, or they know it will just falsify their idea of the sun going far away when it sets.
Yeah, everything falsifies flat Earth. You know, basic logic. Thank you, Wicked Pisser, for your donation. Really appreciate it. Get Critical back on stream. There we go.
Here's a move.
Radar.
True.
Is that one way or two way?
Say that one more time.
Did he just say Sorry, someone said radar and he went, is that one way or two way? I don't think he understands what radar is, Critical. Fkatzoid, radar works by the signal going out, hitting something, and then coming back. That is, by definition, two-way. How would you measure radar if it was one way? My brain.
Wesley, didn't you say that you like exactness?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the opposite of relative.
What is?
Like the relative distance you said, that's not exact.
Well, I didn't say any distance.
Well, you see, you use the vagueness of distant. What is distant? And at what point does distance become near?
So Luca, I got this. So the sun is millions of miles away versus
And how do we know this is millions of miles away?
Measurements.
Yeah, we've measured it. We've literally used radar to measure the distance to the sun. In 1963, a group of researchers from American University used the most powerful radar currently on the planet at the time to bounce signals off of the sun, reflecting off of the inner, going through the chromosphere and reflecting off of the denser plasma regions just inside the sun's atmosphere, and giving us an effective distance measurement to the sun because we can time it. Light travels at 180,000 miles per second. We just times that by how long it takes to get back. Boom. We figured out how far away the sun is. Why are these concepts so hard for them to understand?
I know.
Oh, no, I know. I know why these concepts are hard for them to understand. Because they're all fucking idiots.
Yeah, you could say that.
I mean, I did.
How do you measure the sun?
Okay, I'm going to get to showing this, and then we can talk about all these other things that you guys
But I want to know how you're going to measure the sun. That's what I want to know.
Measure the sun or measure the distance?
How do you measure the distance to the sun?
Radar.
Radar, yes.
Radar, no, you can't. It's a black body.
Okay, well.
Not to mention. Now think about this for a second. Wait, just think about this for 1 second, and then we'll let you play your video, okay? So you supposedly, you've got power enough to send a radar signal 93 million miles. This means that it takes approximately 8.5 minutes while it's attenuating over this vast distance to reach its target. Then this attenuated signal bounces back and is attenuated even more and weakened over another 8.5 minutes. So approximately 17 minutes have gone by, which means that the Earth is now over 18,000 miles away from the position it was at when it sent the signal in the first place. Who is there to receive it?
Good. You got it. How do you think they did it, Saf? We can work on this together. We don't.
Right. So everything he said there was wrong. First of all, just because the sun's a black body doesn't really mean what he thinks it means. It's a physics concept. It means it's an ideal gas. You know, the sun behaves like a black body in the visible infrared spectrum, but radar uses radio waves which aren't absorbed in the same way. In fact, radar ranging to Venus and Mercury bounces signals off the planets, not the sun. But we did aim radar at the sun in 1963. And the attenuation nonsense, signal weakening as it travels, is true. The signal does spread out, but we use high-powered radar pulses and big dish antenna to detect the echoes even after millions of miles. So in the 1960s, scientists bounced radar off Venus. The signal took 5 minutes. And then they also did it off of the sun the year later. So, sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying, not only that, they can produce a highly focused and directional beam. So it doesn't have to be spread out 360 degrees. So you can increase your odds by directing the beam, having more of the power of the beam in a particular direction.
Yeah, of course it's going to spread out. It's going to attenuate, right? But that's why they have such massive radar dishes to detect the echo. It's obviously not going to be anywhere near the power that it went out. But even like 1,000 times less power when it comes back, we're still going to be able to detect it. Yeah, so it was done.
Yeah, these radio dishes, they can detect very weak signals from the other end of the universe. Well, I don't know about the other end, but from very far away, they can detect very weak radio signals with these radio telescopes. So bouncing off the sun, which is pretty close, is going to be a piece of cake, I reckon.
What gets me, right, if we talk about radio signals and stuff, right, the first radio signal produced on Earth that was powerful enough to kind of go into space, do you know what it was?
Nah.
Hitler's speech. So the first signal that aliens would pick up from us is the speech that started World War II by Hitler. And what was that, like 80 years ago? So that's going to be 80 light years away by now. I think there's plenty of planets that could have intersected with that now think that we're just, a Nazi authoritarian planet.
That's the point.
Yeah, they talk about
okay.
Mr. E-Man just mentioned about you can also use high gain antenna that's tuned to the frequency. So there are many tricks. The attenuation of the signal is not these days a technical barrier that SOV thinks it is.
SOV doesn't think.
You couldn't figure it out. I mean,
I figured it out. I just pointed out all the factors involved right there. And you're telling me that was possible? Who was there 18,000 miles away to pick up the signal bouncing back?
Do you know how, like, have you ever played...
What would you... We have a radar dish to pick it up. What the fuck are you on about?
Pool or billiards before?
Yes, I have.
How do they make, if it's not straight in, how do they make the ball go in?
Well, then you're getting a false reading, because if you're coming back at an angle, which isn't a straight direct line, you're going to get a longer distance. Aren't you?
You're right. It's two lines.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
to correct myself, it was actually 1959 they bounced radar off the sun. A team at Stanford University transmitted radar pulses at the sun and actually recorded faint echoes bouncing back. They did the test on April 7th, 10th, and 12th in 1959. The average round trip was 16 minutes and 32 seconds. The experiment was declared successful with 99.999% certainty after months of careful analysis. So yeah, suck it, Flerfs.
There's nobody there. There's nobody there to receive the signal, Wes.
All right, I'm gonna just show this because IC Spin did a really good job, and this shows that there's no measurable other than 1 or 2 pixels. Oh, here, let me start at the beginning. And it also shows refraction in the beginning and the end. So IC Spin, if you want to come up and talk about it, but this is really cool. This is really cool, and it shows how we know that it's not near.
There again, what's near? How far away is near?
You can see.
All right, wait a second.
Right, he's saying what's near. Well, let me be clear, Sov. 93 million miles isn't near. I mean, unless you're talking about in like universal terms, of course. You know,
if you're talking about near and far sun, 93 million miles doesn't classify as near.
Absolutely not. Like that seems to be his entire argument here. Well, you're not telling me what near means. Well, you look at what he's given you. He's showing you that the sun cannot be close because the angular size would change so much.
93 million miles, and let's just say 5 million miles. Both are very distant, aren't they? 5 million miles is a long way, so is 93 million miles. But 5 million miles is nearer than 93 million miles. So where are you getting this? At what point does near become far?
That's why those words aren't really a great way of discussing it.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the words you're using.
Okay, I can explain it to you if you would just let me explain it to you.
Yeah. He's not letting him get 2 words out, is he? He's like trying to start the explanation, and Sov's like, "Yo, you're not telling me." It's because you're not letting him. Oh, Critical, I noticed that flat earther didn't come in to debate us. Oh.
Why is that?
Yeah. I mean, look at us. The great Critical Think, the world leader in weight by latitude measurements, and the #1 flat earth debater on the planet, FTFE. Who'd want to come into that, eh?
I don't know.
At 5 million miles, 5 million
is a big opportunity.
Sorry, say that again.
I said they're silly. This is a big opportunity to speak to some of the greatest minds on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be remembered for generations, not them. The only thing I got was an email asking me if I'm gay. Nice Beaver, I've got that to play at the end of this stream.
90 million miles is about a factor of 20. So things would change by a factor of 20.
Well, wait a second.
Let me finish, Sav. I'm still
on what size of an object? We also have to take into account the size of the object.
Why can't you stop interrupting?
Well, because you're only using half of it.
Because he's a Flerf. He's not going to let you get through your argument. He's just going to keep throwing other questions at you before you get a chance to explain. Because the only way they can do that in debate is just overtalk and be stupid. If Sov was to just take 10 seconds to listen to the argument, then you could actually have a conversation. See, people get annoyed at me because I'll shout at Flerfs and I'll interrupt them and stuff. But I do it because of the way they are.
Well, that's their tactic. I mean, in all my discussions, they want to bombard you and not let you speak. That's just the tactic. It's terrible. They don't realise that this is their own lack of knowledge and that causes them to do this. They try to bully them rather than have a real argument.
Yeah, they don't have the intellectual capacity to have an actual debate. As we showed with my stream yesterday with the record rage quit of 19 minutes. Couldn't even get through his opening and not argue with the moderator.
Because now you also have to know what the size of it is in order to determine its distance.
Turn off the YouTube, whoever just jumped in. So Sav, can you address what you just saw? The angular size of the sun did not change from left. Yeah.
Sure, I will do that. And I'm going to do it near. I'm going to give you a demonstration. Bear with me just one moment. I'm going to turn off my virtual background, okay? And I'm going to get rid of this screen from behind me.
I'll even make it big for you. There we go. It's going to be full. Okay.
Now what we're going to do, let me get this out of the way.
I don't want to interrupt. I'll wait my turn.
All right.
That's good to see you, man.
So just so everyone knows what's going on here, Sov is responding to the claim that the sun was shown to not change angular size. So I'm not sure what he's doing, but I want everyone to have facepalm protection handy. It's a critical thing. Have you got any facepalm protection?
This would be good.
Thank you for coming in. Okay.
You see this lighter right now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now watch. As it goes back toward my eye, I'm going to sit back here. I'm going to take it back close to my face, and then I'm going to bring it to you at arm's length.
Yeah, the angular size just changed.
Notice the change in angular size, right?
Yep.
We agree? We haven't even bothered with any refraction or lensing or anything because we're at close distance. Now, I'm going to move way back here. I'm going to go all the way back. Go right back here.
Yeah.
The same thing. I'm going to do the same thing. Did you notice any angular change in the object?
It gets bigger?
Yes.
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
As you moved it forward, the angular size for us got larger.
Smaller.
Did you notice it get any bigger or smaller? How much so?
Yeah, because it covers up
negligible.
It covers up more of your face. Stop, do it again. It covers up more of your face.
Wait a second. You got my face as a reference.
Yeah, we can use reference frames.
Only focus on the object. On the object. What is your point of
Why can't we use reference?
What is your reference?
Right, we don't need to use a reference. We can, when he showed that thing, lighter close and far away from his face, we could just measure the pixels and show that it's changed angular size. Does he think this? Does he think this is an actual argument? Yeah, he's not a smart person.
Reference for the sun. What are you comparing the sun to of known size? Nothing.
We're not comparing the sun to anything.
You just compared this to the size of my face. I said, watch the size of the fucking lighter.
We measure it. We can measure it.
Watch this. Watch.
Dear,
How much change did you see?
Some. Critical, can you explain to me how he's using this as an argument and not realizing how fucking stupid it is?
Well, it's stupid. I mean, it's so stupid. It's very difficult to explain how it's stupid. It's because just say I point a camera at the sun, right, and all I can see is the sun. That's all I got. What Sov's trying to say is that, but there's nothing behind it. How can you tell the difference in the size? Hello, just a minute. Have you considered how a camera works? Sov, do you know anything about cameras? Yeah, the field of view is constant. It's fixed. If the sun changes size, it will still appear smaller in the field of view. You don't need something behind it. Oh, geez, how silly are you, Sov?
Very. And that was the entire point of the video that our friend showed. The fact that it had the measurements of the pixels of the sun as it travelled throughout the sky, showing that it didn't change angular size. We could do the same with the lighter that he's just put there. We could, measure the amount of pixels that lighters, like this lighter. If I move away from the camera and do this, right, there's still angular size change, even though it's very small. All you have to do is measure the pixels and show that it would be using less pixels here than here. It's not fucking difficult. Oh my God, Sov, you chong-looking motherfucker. Oh my God, that's
maybe
so
Sov
dumb.
doesn't know how to count pixels.
Oh no, he doesn't know how to count. That's the thing. I always say, Critical, that if you're ever having a bad day, what you need to do is you take a deep breath, right? And you count to 5 and realize that you counted higher than any flat earther ever could.
Supposed to. That was near.
Hey, Sov.
Okay, now look. Same thing.
Stop.
Now you see it.
Are you going to let me answer? Sov,
Yeah.
if we measured the pixels on that, we for sure would be able to tell.
Right. How would you know? How would you know by measuring pixels? How would you know, though? So what? You count a certain amount of pixels. How does that tell you how big the distant object is? You don't have anything else to have for reference.
It doesn't. That's not. It shows that the angular. Oh my fucking.
Just calm down, Craig. Calm down.
I can't. I'm the same species as these people, and it bugs me. I still want someone to explain to me how Sov eats his breakfast without accidentally digging his eye out with a spoon. It's just a mystery, honestly. Wesley, you've done a good job here, mate. You've allowed him to expose his stupidity himself. Good job, mate.
We're not talking about the distance to the sun. We're talking about
the distance and size of the sun. We are.
Hold on. The sun doesn't.
No, hold on a second. I'm finished answering the question. Then you can go. This is going way over your head, Sov. We're not talking about the distance.
It's not. It's going over your head. What reference frame do you have to get a distance of and size of the sun? You have to have one or the other. You either have to know the size to know the distance, or you have to know the distance to know the size. Nope. You can't just not know either one with nothing of reference to compare it to and just guess.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about how we figured out, say, the distance to the sun using Venus. All right. Yes, there was an assumption made. The one assumption made was that Venus was roughly the same size as Earth. Right? And we could kind of see that by its gravitational influence. And using that knowledge of the fact that Venus is roughly the same size as Earth, you can compare it when it transits the sun and how fast it does that to its angles to Earth, and just do trigonometry to figure out the distance to the sun. I mean, I did high school. Do you think they did?
No, they were too busy throwing paper planes in the back of the room. They didn't learn anything.
Paper plane. Do you think they're smart enough to make a paper plane?
Oh, probably.
It's more just a ball of, like, balled up paper. That was their maximum that they could do. Dirty Ketchup says, Craig, did you slightly copy Jiren's background? As in, I have some sound dampening tiles. I wouldn't say I copied them, no. See, this is a Flerf in the chat, and instead of, being useful, they're just like, you copied Jiren. What the fuck? In fact, look at Jiren's background and mine. They look nothing alike.
It's going way over your head. We're not talking about the size of the sun or the distance of the sun. We're talking about the changing of the sun over the period of
right, and I just showed you that if an object is far enough away from you, which is what you're stating anyway.
Nope.
Wait a second. When you are looking at the sun going away from you, right, that means that you're moving away from the sun because the Earth's rotating in your world, right? The Earth's rotating.
When you're looking at the sun moving away from you? What is he on about?
Now, that takes a bit of unpacking, doesn't it? Looking at the sun moving away from you. What's his argument there? Is that because the Earth's rotating, then you're on the Earth, you're moving further away from the sun? Is that what he's trying to say?
I think so.
I mean, and how much further? What's that as a percentage, so?
Well, let's look at the Earth's radius at 3959 miles and compare that to the 93 million miles. That would be like a percentage of 0.002% or something.
Yeah, something you wouldn't actually notice much, would you?
No, but it's the flat Earth that has that. The flat Earth has the sun moving away from you, which is
and the size is measurable on the flat Earth. I mean, the sun should shrink to what, a half or a third of the size.
It really should. There should be a very noticeable change in the angular size throughout the day that we just don't see. And the fact that the sun can be half hidden by the horizon, they're never going to be able to explain that. Oh God, Ryan in the chat, at least Dave is being honest. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Rotating, which means I'm getting further from the sun, right? Well, why doesn't it change? Why doesn't it change angular size then?
I'll tell you why. Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What is 1,000 divided by 1,000,000?
That's not an answer. That was a question. Go ahead and answer the question.
The question contained the answer. You could calculate the angular size change because of that 3959 radius, right? From sunset to sundown, the difference in how close the sun is to you is 3,959 miles. And that's it. The angular size change from that is going to be calculable, but not noticeable by pixels on a screen. The pixels would be too large to take into account that difference.
There'd be a bigger difference due to refractive effects than actually that number.
And that's what you see at the beginning and the end of the day in that video. That's the time when it changes, as it comes up from the horizon, when you get the most refraction, when it goes down to the horizon, when you get the most refraction. And those are the times when you get the angular size change.
Because we are moving away thousands of miles when the sun is 100 million miles away.
How do you know that?
I just showed you.
No, you didn't.
By that photograph, by that video, we can show that the distance to the sun is way much further than we're actually moving. If you don't get
how, you have to know the size and distance of the sun.
No, you don't. No,
Yes,
you don't.
No, you don't. All you have to do is see that the angular size doesn't change. And let me be clear once again, Sov. I'll put myself up full screen so that I can actually demonstrate this to you. Right. If I go far away, like you said, and hold the lighter here, the angular size is still changing. If I go even further away, the angular size is still changing. You can measure the pixels on it. I mean, I don't know why I had to do that. It's like he's doing a thing and then making the opposite argument of what it actually is. It's absolutely stupid. All right, guys, just as a reminder of what we're doing here today, my friend Critical Think went to Antarctica and paid for it himself. We are here to help recoup some of those costs. We have a 60,000 Australian dollar target. We are at 36,336. There is about 300 plus of you watching. If all of you just give a little donation, it would massively help recoup some of the costs that Critical Think put out of his own pocket. He literally just threw money away to go to Antarctica. And not a little bit either.
No, not a little bit.
No. There was no Christmas this year for Critical Think. He couldn't afford it. It was just a tin of beans for his Christmas dinner. Link, if you want to support, guys, is in the description and pinned in the chat. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
No, you don't.
How does that tell you that then?
Because do you agree with me? In that video, the sun did not change angular size by more than 1 or 2 pixels.
It appeared to change very little, just like the lighter did in my example.
All right. So if we moved, let's just say
it's not that it changed very little, it didn't change.
Hypothesis, the sun is 1,000 miles away.
Well, no, you're not going to use a
you can't answer a hypothetical
distance. You're just making up a distance. Now you're assuming again.
If you want, do you want me to make a point, or do you want me to help you understand?
I would like you to do it without making assumptions.
If there is something that is 1,000 miles away from you and you move 1,000 more, it's going to decrease by a lot.
It all depends on how big the object is.
No.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes. This is why you can be headed toward a mountain and it doesn't change size for a long time, and you're still going miles and miles.
I'm sorry. Did he just say that as you head towards a mountain, the mountain doesn't change size? I mean, that's literally the opposite of reality. So he thinks that, the mountain, when you're standing next to it and it's like taking up your entire field of view, that's the same as when you're miles away driving. How is he just saying the opposite of reality, Critical Think? I don't understand.
Because he's, I don't know. I can say the word stupid.
You can be meaner. It's allowed. We're on FTFE's channel. You can let loose. Right. The Critical Thing's obviously far too nice to say it, so I'll say it for him. That dude's a fucking idiot.
Miles, and then finally, as you start to get closer, it starts to change in size. So
I don't know what fairy tale land you live on that you get closer to a mountain and it doesn't change size.
Yeah, when you're approaching the Rockies and you see them in the distance, they remain like that in the distance for a long time.
I'm trying to look for that. I'm actually looking for a video.
He thinks like the Rockies are just like a painting on the side that just moves with you.
So what's he? I think what's he just totally not understanding what he's saying, or what's he doing there? I mean, he should be just using the word angular size. I think that would help him a lot.
Oh, Sov doesn't understand these terms. He doesn't understand anything that he's saying. He's literally saying that things don't appear to get bigger as you move towards them. Those are the words coming out of his mouth right now. He is literally saying to us that things don't appear to get bigger as you move towards them. What world is he living in? What fucking Temu version of VR has he been using?
Yeah, that's the Copium Emporium makes a good point there that he's probably consumed a little bit too much of the.
No, I've got to push back on that, right? I smoke weed all day, every day. I'm smoking weed during this stream. A bit of raw. What have I got at the moment? Actually, Straw Dog, fucking gorgeous. It's a hybrid. I'm a stoner. I smoke weed all of the time. It's an amazing painkiller. Yet I can count to 5. What's his excuse?
Dude,
That's patently false.
I've driven across the country.
Oh wait, the only reason that happens is because you're going over the curve.
Okay.
No.
You're seeing the top of the mountains. Yes.
Sure. Okay.
It's the dolly effect.
Well, you guys can't follow.
That's why it looks like that. Because when you're driving towards, it looks almost like that mountain is staying the same distance away from you while you're driving towards, and everything else is coming.
That literally doesn't happen. I don't even need to debunk this. They're just claiming that things do not appear to get bigger as you move towards them. And the flat earthers are agreeing with each other here. They should be going, actually, no, Sov, you're wrong there. Things definitely get bigger as you move towards them, like mountains.
Towards you. This is literally
we'd run into that out in Death Valley, Keith. We'd run into that out in Death Valley. We'd see like a cave over in some rocks and go, hey, let's go over and check out that cave. It's just right over there.
It's the same with the moon.
You walk, and finally you go a mile, and you're like, fuck, how far away is that damn thing? You know?
Show me how that works on. Show me how that works.
Do yourself a favor sometime, Wesley. When you see the moon in the morning or evening, just drive towards it. See if you're ever going to look like you're getting closer to it.
You don't.
I'm sorry. I may have misheard that.
It's just right over there.
It's the same with the moon.
You walk, and finally you go a mile, and you're like, fuck, how far away is that damn thing? You know?
Show me how that works on. Show me how that works.
Do yourself a favor sometime, Wesley. When you see the moon in the morning or evening, just drive towards it. See if you're ever going to look like you're getting closer to it.
That's the fucking point. The moon's 250,000 miles away. It's not going to look like it's getting closer to...
If you walk down the road a bit, the moon gets closer. Surely you must be able to see. It's bigger now.
But Fkatzoid's argument here is, well, the moon doesn't get closer. Well, yeah, we know, because the moon's in space. 250,000 miles away. Oh my fucking god. Mystery Man in the chat says that listening to Fkatzoid can cause brain dysfunction and a detachment from reality. Not wrong.
You don't.
Exactly, just like a mountain.
Why is that, Keith?
Quite a distance away. Parallax.
Why is that, Keith?
Parallax.
No, because it's a lot further than the miles you're traveling.
Well, it's parallax.
But wait, it's a lot nearer. Hold on, it's a lot nearer.
Hold on, right. Fkatzoid's just saying the word parallax as a reason why something doesn't appear to get bigger when you move towards it. But that's not what parallax is.
This is the tactic of using big words to make an attempt to sound intelligent, but actually missing the point entirely.
Parallax is like this, right? So if I move both of these left and right at the same time, from the camera's point of view, this seems to move less because it's further away. But they're actually moving the same. Parallax isn't about going... Oh my fucking god. My brain is getting sad.
Which one is the bigger? Which one is bigger? How do you know which one is bigger?
We don't know if the moon's bigger than the mountain. It's not like we fucking went there or anything.
Or the sun, then the sun.
That's why.
Right? Okay, now wait a second. And it also doesn't suffer the effect that you claim should be happening with the sun. And you know what? They appear to be the same size.
Okay,
so there's an instance where an object is much closer. There's an object that is much closer, supposedly, that is not displaying the effect you say that it should, because it is so close, that you attribute to the sun not having because it's distant. And you still haven't told me when distant becomes near.
So why doesn't the sun change in that video? Why doesn't the sun change size?
The same reason that the moon doesn't.
Why?
Far enough.
The same.
Because they're far away. Both the moon and the sun are really fucking far away. How do they not understand? I keep asking how do they not understand, but they're flat earthers. That's how they don't understand. They have a combined IQ that is smaller than their shoe sizes.
But it's not just that they're far away. It's the change in distance from the observer, right? They're not, I don't know, did they seem to miss that point? Like on a flat Earth, the sun changes distance by a lot. The change in distance is a lot. When the sun is 93 million miles away, it's sort of like pretty much the same distance away from the observer. So is the moon. So
yeah,
it's the change in distance. Doesn't matter about how far away. Doesn't matter too much, you know. I mean, when it's that far, on the scale of 3,000 miles, it's not far. I mean, it's too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
But the main problem here is that all of the flat earthers here are talking using terms that they do not understand. And they're not using right.
Reason is what I showed you in my example with the slider.
So how far is it then?
I don't know. I've never measured it.
But your lighter changed angular size. The sun did not.
It's a fool's errand. Try and measure it.
Okay.
Have you ever embarked on a mission to try to measure the sun, or did you just accept what they gave you?
What's the radius of the flat Earth?
What do you mean radius of the flat Earth? Who said it has a radius?
Okay, what's the size of the flat Earth? I'm asking Keith. I'm not asking you, Sav. Keith, what's the size of the flat Earth?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay, do you agree that
you can't tell us, right? Things that they can't tell us on flat Earth: size, shape, position of countries, explanation for gravity, explanation for sun, moon, day, night, seasons, star movements. Anything I've missed that the flat Earth can't explain?
Oh, I'm sure there's more, but that's a big list already.
Yeah. Flatzoid's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's the thing. Flat Earth doesn't know any of these answers. None at all.
you can travel 10,000 miles on the flat Earth and still see the moon?
Yes, why not?
And the moon doesn't change size in those 10,000 miles?
I don't know. I see the moon change size a lot throughout the seasons.
Have you measured it?
No, it doesn't. And they're not talking about throughout the seasons. They're talking about throughout the space of one day. One night. When you see the moon go across the sky. Apparently where everybody else in the world can see it. Meaning that it must be moving around above the flat Earth. Meaning that it would get smaller for people that were looking at it from one position. These guys are all so fucking dumb, it actually hurts my brain. I was just thinking to myself, oh, Wesley's got a really nice a house there. But I'm pretty sure that's a fake background that I've also got.
In the mornings, the moon is usually much bigger than the afternoon.
Yep, same here.
Oh, like a month ago, the moon in the afternoon
was huge.
You can even change the angular size of the moon if you bend down, turn your back towards the moon, open your legs, and stick your head through your legs.
Okay,
Yeah. The angular size of the moon changes.
Maybe that's a
What
maybe
the
that's a
fuck
bad
did he
example.
just say?
The size of the moon if you bend.
Like a month ago,
the moon in the
the
afternoon?
moon was huge.
You can even change the angular size of the moon if you bend down, turn your back towards the moon, open your legs, and stick your head through your legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Did I hear that right? He says that you can change the angular size of the moon by putting your head between your legs and looking at the moon.
Well, it sounded like he was saying that. Surely he couldn't have said that.
I'm going to have to double check that. I'm going to have to double check.
The moon in the afternoon
was huge.
You can even change the angular size of the moon if you bend down, turn your back towards the moon, open your legs, and stick your head through your legs.
No, he definitely He definitely said that if you put your head between your legs and look at the moon, you can change the angular size of the moon.
Sounded like he was saying that, didn't it?
It really. Am I having a stroke?
Well, if you are, then I must be too.
I think we're all, everyone watching this, and you and I are all having a combined stroke because I think we all heard that, but there's no way that a human being could have said something so stupid. It's impossible. There was no, exactly. Shady in the chat, can anyone else smell burnt toast? I think we're all having a stroke at the same time because there's no way we just heard that. That is what. JSS Tiger $5 says Durf must have shown Fkatzoid how to stick his head up his butt.
That doesn't conjure up that image, doesn't it?
I've just got to listen to that once more.
Okay.
Yeah.
A month ago, the moon in the afternoon
was huge.
You can even change the angular size of the moon if you bend down, turn your back towards the moon, open your legs, and stick your head through your legs.
Oh god, Rubik's, I'm sorry, but that needs to be a clip immediately. Oh my lord.
The angular side of the moon changes.
Maybe that's a bad example for you guys if you see different sizes of moons, which is crazy. But what about the sun? Does the sun change size for you flats in South Africa?
Yes.
How come it didn't in this video?
Well, in one day, in one observation, who makes a conclusion over one observation anyway? Certainly not a scientist.
Pear-shaped believers.
You're missing the point. You look at it over a day. The point is to measure the angular size of it as it moves through the sky. That is the experiment. Because we are making a prediction. Why am I talking to these guys like they'll understand? Fkatzoid just said you can change the angular size of the moon by fucking putting your head between your legs. That means a t-shirt.
So over the period of a year, I see the sun get noticeably smaller toward the winter time as it does appear in the summertime.
You got any measurements or citation to back that claim up there, Suv?
Yeah, have you ever?
My own eyewitnessing. I see it.
Did you hear that? Have you got any measurements to back that up, Sov? Yeah, my own eyes. That's.
It's like, oh, it looks flat to me. It's the same. It looks the same size to me. It mustn't be different. It must be the same size.
It's just like Whitsitt in Antarctica who looked at the sun and said, well, that's not the right angle that it should be above the horizon. Oh my god, these guys are so fucking dumb.
In his case, I think he was saying it doesn't look the same size to me. Is that what he was saying? Oh, it doesn't matter, but same measuring instrument that flat earthers use all over the world.
I'm going to take your eyewitnessing. I asked if you had any written down measurements.
I don't have any measurements.
Wait a second. Have you never seen a sunset where the sun appears monstrously huge? Did we get closer to it or something?
Supermoon.
Appears.
Yeah, what about a supermoon? How's that occur?
Hey, Sav, what's your solar filter look like?
What does my solar filter look like? I use a welding mask. I use a welding mask.
So you don't have a solar filter?
I use a welding mask. It is a solar filter.
So you don't have a solar... No,
I do have a solar filter. A welding mask is a solar filter.
A welding mask is not a solar filter. That's why they're called different things. That's just like saying this glass is not the lighter. They're not the same thing, no matter how many times you say they're the same thing.
But he's still in using the welding mask to put over the front of his measuring instrument, which is his eyes. So I mean that's a different thing to put in a solar filter on a camera, which is actually a proper instrument. You can use that as a measuring instrument because you can count pixels and things like this. But with the eye, I think he's having a bit of trouble with his measuring instrument there. He doesn't know how to calibrate it.
Yeah, I mean, his measuring instruments aren't that good. He has to wear glasses to make sure his measuring instruments work. You know, it's amazing. Dirty Ketchup 49 says, Craig, can you end this stream so I can share the timestamp for when you read my email? Thank you for your time. I think Dirty Ketchup was just being a bit of a troll, so I actually don't mind. Thank you for the money. But instead of giving me money, guys, I do appreciate the super chats and the memberships. I very much appreciate it. You know that. However, we're not here to give me money today. We're here to give Critical Think money. So a link to the GoFundMe is in the description and pinned at the top of the chat. Please be kind and send money to Critical Think. Or I've told you about how I'm controlling Daniel Pratt because we put the chip in. Well, it's not a brain, but whatever's in his head. And we can just send Daniel Pratt to your house. If each of you don't donate, you're getting a visit from Pratt and his water heater. I mean, that's terrifying, right?
So
how do you think I can see? How do you think I can see what the fuck is inside that arc while I'm welding? How do you think I can see that?
You think that's a solar filter?
Of course it is.
Okay, that exposes what you know about science.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
So you move 10,000 miles.
What do you think it is? What do you think that glass in a welding helmet is?
It's a polarizing lens.
No, it's not a polarizing lens.
Oh my gosh!
It's not a polarizing lens at all. It's a filter.
Okay. What? Nah, that's...
So here, now that you've heard the sound of my voice...
No, it's not a filter. You fuck... Welding mask are designed to block the blinding visible light from an arc They're not made for staring at the sun for ages. They only block some wavelengths and do not consistently filter out infrared and ultraviolet radiations. Solar filters are engineered specifically to block 99.999% of all harmful wavelengths. Looking at the sun through a welding mask might seem safe because it dims the brightness, but the infrared and ultraviolet are still cooking your retinas like Greg's steak bake.
Yeah.
No, a welding mask is not a solar filter. However, Sov, you chong-looking motherfucker, I encourage you to stare at the sun for hours with just your welding mask. Please. We'd all enjoy that.
He's not thinking, right?
Of course not.
An arc for a welder is not the same as the sun.
No.
Right? You got a device that's been designed for the arc welder. It's not meant to be used to look at the sun.
Yeah.
That's basic.
It's basically just a dim. That's all it is. An arc is something that is a very, fast, bright flash. A welding mask is just designed to dim that. It is not designed to filter out the dangerous wavelengths of light that will literally cook your retinas if you stare at the sun. But Sov, why don't you perform an experiment, right? You say you like science, Sov, so you've got a hypothesis that your welding mask is a solar filter. So we can form a prediction from that hypothesis. The prediction is that you can stare at the sun with your welding mask and your eyes will not be damaged. I challenge you, Sov, to test your prediction with an experiment by staring at the sun for 5 hours straight using just your welding mask. Go on.
I wouldn't recommend that. No.
I would for Sov.
Even so, I don't think that's a good idea to ask him to destroy his eyes. But anyway, he might be stupid enough to do it.
Well, he's the one that says it's a solar filter. We're just testing his own hypothesis here, Critical. The Drunk Debunk Show says that they have just scheduled your live stream. Are you on after this one, buddy?
So, am I Sean Hawkins?
And feel free to pop the link to it in the chat so I can set it up as a redirect.
I don't know. You sound kind of like him. You got that same.
I sound kind of like him, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. So, listen. First and foremost, don't ever call me a liar again because I don't need to.
I'll call you whatever I want to. How about that?
Secondly, are you going to accept Red's challenge?
First off, I'll call you whatever I like. You don't dictate anything. Hey, you don't dictate nothing to me.
I'm going to call you a liar if I want. I'm going to call you a liar. Yeah, you're like a fucking child, Grandpa. Sit the fuck down.
You understand that? You don't dictate anything to me. Do you understand
when
that?
You talk to people like the
do
way
you understand that?
No,
you do not
don't
dictate
understand,
anything.
Am I
to
Sean
me.
Hawkins or not, you stupid shit?
You're Sean Hawkins.
Yeah, eat a dick, buddy. Now listen, answer the email, accept.
He thinks he's Sean Hawkins. He sounds nothing like Sean Hawkins.
Terms, we'll set up a debate. One with you and Reg, one with you and me.
Listen, I told you, you shitbag, that you can come on.
You told me what? You told me nothing. You ignored me, then you ran, just like you won't address it right now.
I told you to come up on my panel anytime you wish.
Now.
Oh, you can't? Why are you a coward?
Address it right now.
Are you a coward or not?
I want a structure.
This is hilarious that Sov's calling the people coward, where I have been literally calling him out for a 1v1 debate on a neutral channel for years. Sov, just this can be clipped to short or something. Sov, I challenge you to a 1v1 debate with a moderator on a neutral platform like modern day debates. I predict you will run like the chong-looking motherfucker you in fact are.
Set up debate.
I don't give a fuck what you want. I don't care if you want a pony. I don't care what you want. I told you that my link is available every time I have a show. If you're in the goddamn audience,
buddy,
you can come up on the channel.
Conversation. You were incapable of having one. Fuck no, am I going to let you be able to push the mute button
whenever you want. Well, then go kick rocks.
What a pussy you are. Rocks. You challenged me to a debate, and now you're going to make it on your terms.
I did. That's right. That's right. Because you,
that's why you won't go back to Red, because you know what's going to happen when you do, because Red's going to bounce you around like a little bitch again.
So are you going to come up on there or not?
Well, he's a fucking massive child, isn't he? Like, this dude is supposed to be an adult. What adult acts like this? Arnold says, I'm telling you, the music video will fit the stream well. Toons loved it. The Conspiracy Music Studios blessing the goat. Yeah, Arnold, it will be the outro for this stream. Do not worry. We've got 45 minutes left on this stream. Afterwards, the Drunk Debunk will be carrying on the Critical Think Streamathon. Let's have a look at where we are on the donations. Oh, that's not the right one. There it is. Oh, we've had more donations. Let's check this out. Rubik's, thank you very much. And Wicked Pisser, you are amazing. Guys, I appreciate the super chats and the memberships, but stop, not for me today, for Critical Think. Thank you very much.
That's fantastic. And look, we've got, what is that, 60-something% there?
61% now. Yeah.
Oh, I just remember the last time I looked, I think it was somewhere between 30 and 40, so that's huge.
It's amazing. It shows the support that this community gives to people that actually, you know, do stuff. So I want to thank everyone personally. However, keep donating. Don't stop. It's the beginning of the month still. You guys can't be skint yet, all right? Although technically it's a week into the month. Like, you know, I understand it might be a bit difficult. I've forgotten what I had on screen here. Yes.
Not on your terms. I told you. I want a structured debate. A structured debate.
I can do it. Structured debate.
With a mod of my choosing or on my server.
Bring a mod.
I'm not coming to you with you in
I'll be more than happy to mod that
Bring a
debate.
mod.
More than happy.
But I'm not going to fall for your bullshit of where you reduce my mic, you turn my audio off, all the bullshit that you dishonest.
I already told you, if you came to my server, you brought somebody of your choice.
None of that happens. I have, like, Critical, I've been accused so many times by flat earthers of, like, reducing their mic and stuff like that. And it's something that has never actually happened. Like,
yes.
I would grant that person mod. I would have no more power than that person would. It's
then
fair.
bring
It's
them on
even.
over to my channel. It's not a problem.
Do
What's
offer the
problem?
same to Reds. You called him a liar yesterday. Straighten that out, and you and I will go one-on-one immediately after.
No. Let's say between me and Red. It's between me and you. What's he, your boyfriend or
called
something?
him a liar yesterday. You said
I don't give a shit. I'm calling you a fucking liar too. I'm calling you a liar too. What are you, his
Yeah, but you
butt buddy?
can't back that up,
What
Sean.
are you,
You
his
can't
boyfriend?
back
Are you
it up.
Red's
I don't give a
boyfriend?
fuck what you
Hey,
claim.
listen
You
to
have
me.
no
Let me tell
evidence
you
of
something,
anything.
you little turd. Let me tell you something, little
Tom,
turd.
such a
turd.
child.
Astronomy is not science. Astronomy
is not science. The science of studying the sky is apparently not science. Wow. I mean, any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I'm sorry, but my brain's being dulled by the level of stupid.
I mean, all you have to do is do the scientific method, right? Observe the sky, form a hypothesis, make a prediction, test those
Flerfs
predictions.
don't understand. They don't know what the scientific method is. They don't know that an observation can be an experiment.
No, of course not. Right, so observe the sky, step 1. Step 2, form a hypothesis. Oh, look, that dot's moving differently to the other dots. Might be a planet. That's a hypothesis. Make a prediction. Well, Kepler calculated planetary orbits centuries before spacecrafts confirmed them. We can test those predictions by using radar ranging, spectroscopy, or, you know, the spacecrafts that we have now. That is literally doing science on the sky that is astronomy.
Exactly.
But then again, we are talking to people that think angular size change doesn't happen when you do this, and you can change the angular size of the moon by looking through your ass somehow.
No, I know what the problem is. They don't have a tape measure long enough.
There we go.
It's not
What, did I even say the word astronomy, shithead?
Well, you're going to bring somebody who thinks that astronomy
Don't
is
tell me
science.
what I'm going to bring to a goddamn debate. Just accept
I don't know
fucking
what
thing
you're
the way
going to
it's supposed
bring.
to be structured.
You seem to not be able to bring anything. You only want to bring your own fucking somebody else.
You gotta let Saw.
I already told you it was a one-on-one with him. I would not be involved in the debate other than modding. And
Wait a
bring
second.
another mod with you.
Wait a second.
For you and I
How are
one-on-one,
you?
it's not a problem.
Who are you?
Not a problem.
Who are you to speak on his behalf? Who are you to speak on his
He
behalf?
told me to do this.
Well, this fucking escalated quickly.
this.
Well, why didn't he do
Therefore,
it?
I'm his
If you-
representative
Wait
as
a
it
second, wait a
stands
second,
right
hold on.
now.
Why didn't he do it?
This was 1:30 at night in the morning last night. He told me to
We
go ahead and
still
set it
haven't-
up.
I
Check
still
your
haven't got-
email.
hold on,
What
I
time did
still
you get
haven't-
the email?
I
What
haven't
time did you
received
get the
anything
email?
from Red.
Well, buddy, I can pull mine up right now.
I haven't received anything from Red.
I told you. Oh my God! Now you're gonna move.
I
The
know
fucking
you told
goalposts
me.
again. You just asked me how I'm speaking for him, and then I told you, and you're like, "Well, I didn't hear anything from Reds." I'm telling you, he
Well, I
told
don't
me to
believe
set
you.
this up.
I don't believe you.
I don't
Have
give
Red,
a shit if you
have
believe me. I
Red
can
tell
fucking
me
prove it.
himself. Have Red tell me himself that you are allowed to speak on his behalf.
Oh my God!
I got an
I see
idea.
why you
Why don't you
failed
tell
at being
Red
a
we live
criminal.
right now?
I really
He come
can.
now. How's that?
Failed at
I'm sorry.
what?
What'd you say, Flatsoid?
Tell Reds we live right now. He can come now, and then he can set it up. How's that?
I don't think he's available right now. These
Never
impromptus.
available.
No,
Never
I mean set up a time. Is that?
Yeah, that's the thing. These people will never agree to like arrange a time that's suitable for everyone, right? Yes, Fkatzoid goes live. Yes, Grandpa Dumbass there goes live, right? But those times might not be suitable for the other people. So to then call them a coward because they don't come to the time that you go live it's just so stupid. Arrange a time that is suitable for everybody. That's all you've got to do. Pope Russian became a member. Welcome to Destroyers. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it.
Such a hard thing to do.
Like
Yes,
I said,
I will be
Reds-
live tonight at 9.
A time that works for everybody. Like
That's
I
when
mean,
I'm on- that's
these
when I'm on.
immediate
That's
hey,
what
I'm live,
works
jump
for
on
me.
now, or it doesn't work.
That's
Isn't
what
really.
works
It's
for me.
disingenuous.
No, it's not. You're disingenuous because you're the one that wanted to
Excuse
challenge
me,
to a debate.
Sov. I wasn't even speaking to you. Shut
I
your
know, he
cock
can't help
holster for a
himself.
minute and let me finish
He
this
can't
with
help
Keith.
himself.
No,
He
can you
can't.
chill with that
Jesus
language, bro?
Christ.
He can't
Oi.
help himself.
Yo, come on.
PJ, don't just
Oh,
call.
PJ's getting upset that someone said a bad word. Oh no. Oh, Max, you're funny. Right, I'm just gonna quickly set up a redirect to the next stream as well, because that's in 30 minutes. All right, Critical Think, do you want to remind everyone what it is you did and how they can help?
Sure. Now, there was this thing called the final experiment. I don't know if anybody's heard about that or not, but a bunch of people were invited to go to Antarctica to actually, the primary experiment was the observation of the 24-hour sun. Now, Will Duffy agreed to pay for one flat earther and one globe earther. And in the end, the flat earther scammed him for 2 tickets instead of 1. But the rest of us that went along, like MC Toon and myself, if we wanted to go and be part of the final experiment, which MC Toon had some wonderful experiments, and I've got the best experiment in the world I wanted to take to Antarctica. So I funded myself to go to the final experiment. And now I've got a GoFundMe, which if people were appreciative of what I did, if they would like to support me, sure, that's great. I am extremely grateful for the people that have decided that I deserve to receive some recompense for all the good work that I did with the TFE, the final experiment. I've documented the southern flights, Flat Earth Killer. I am the world's foremost authority on weight change versus latitude. I took my experiment to Antarctica. And yes, I'm saying if you want to support me, that's great. The links are there right on the chat screen. And I would really appreciate to get most of my money back. Oh, well, actually, I've got more than 50% now, so that's fantastic. But, yeah, go for it, folks.
Amazing, thank you. Roger that says, sorry for the non-scientific argument, but Sov got what he deserved. No, Sov got nowhere near what he deserved. You should have been way harsher to that fucking felon. Right, so we have 30 minutes left before the Drunk Debunk Show continues the Critical Think Streamathon, which has been going now for, well, a couple of days at this point. It's not bad. There is a playlist that is attached so you can catch all the previous streams that have come. We've had Dave McKeegan do stuff. We've had Unfornicated do stuff. We've had Hugh Jarsh do stuff. And we've got Drunk Debunk coming on, and MC Toon has done something as well. There's going to be a lot more stuff for the next day or so to help recoup some of the expense that Critical Think has lost. So, yeah. Icy Spin 199 says, Roger, that wrecked Gramps. You're not wrong.
Call him out. Call Sov out.
I'm not. Yeah, everybody's shouting that. I can't understand.
Dude, I was talking to Flaxwood. I wasn't even speaking to Sov.
You can't help. You guys should be a bit more respectful when it comes to the language. Come on. I'm talking to everybody.
I'll watch my tongue, but when I'm speaking to somebody else, I don't expect him to answer for that person. Keith is perfectly capable of answering what I just said. He doesn't need Sov to do it for him.
I know that.
But yeah, Reds is more than
Red or
the last time me and Reds actually had in contact.
Can't help itself.
He's commenting. Yeah, you're right. He's literally just asked Fkatzoid to say something, but fucking Sov can't shut the fuck up.
His comment to me was, no, he doesn't want to debate me.
Oh, and how many years ago was this, Keith?
I
can't speak.
And how come ever since I started wearing a baseball cap, all of a sudden Fkatzoid and Sov are wearing ones as well? I have to go back to spiky hair.
Speak to that. I can only speak to what him and I had a conversation with yesterday. So I'm not going to speak for a Reg Reddick of 5 years ago because I didn't know him at that time.
Literally
I'm not going to do it.
Show us the email because he says he's never done that.
Who said email?
I sent Sov an email last night. 2 of them. One he responded to, one he didn't.
And
I just sent him another email right now, so he should have 2 that he should reply to. And go ahead, open your email and tell me I didn't send
it
them.
right here. Listen, I got it right here. And here's the thing, too. And I'm going to put it
just
like
said you
I
didn't
did.
have them.
Shut up. I just opened up my computer before I sat down to this show, you Nimrod.
Dude, you're sitting on your computer right now.
Yes, and I'm participating.
How's your webcam running?
Hey, why don't you not tell me what the fuck to do, you dicktard?
PJ, is PJ gonna have a go at Sov for the bad language, just like he was having a go at Roger that? No, because they're all fucking hypocrites.
No comment on that language.
How about that?
Yeah, PJ.
Right, now, no.
Watch your
if
tongue.
one of
He's calling me
you,
names.
if either you or Red, and this is why he quit before, can prove your distances of these celestial bodies without using any assumptive values.
Okay, go ahead and finish up.
Why can't you use assumptions? Science is built on assumptions. It's like one of the most important parts of science. You make a fucking assumption and then test that assumption to see if it's right. I mean, how would you ever form a hypothesis if you didn't assume something, right?
Yeah.
So when he's asking, well, do the science without making any assumptions? No, you literally can't.
Say what I'm going to say.
Once you have determined that you can verify these distances without using a single assumed value in your calculations, then we'll have something to talk about. But that's why he quit before. Because all he kept doing was saying astrometry. I said, yeah, I know, measuring stars, big deal. How did you determine the distance to Mars?
We have Astronomy Live in the chat, someone who obviously can't do science with astronomy in his name. I'm literally finishing a video measuring the distance to Barnard's star using the distance to the sun Reds and I personally measured. Oh, amazing. Science. Astronomy Live, also one of the most amazing OG debunkers that you should definitely check out.
Finished yet?
Yeah, I'm finished. Can you do it?
The content or the topic of the debate isn't my issue right now. My issue is setting it up. I could give a shit what you two talk about.
Okay, here's where you can find me. Every Tuesday night at 9:35 Eastern Daylight Time.
No. I explained to you in the email that that's not going to work because I am not putting you in charge of the mute button.
Listen to what Sov's saying. He's literally giving you a time, which is every day at a specific time.
No. These are the times when I am available.
But okay, Flatzoid, my issue with that is it's in his terms. I want a neutral platform with a neutral mod.
What's the neutral platform?
Like the neutral platforms we always get with the
modern day debates. The Raging Tomato. All of these are neutral.
Globers.
Come into a Discord server where there's 2 mods with equal power. You pick one, and I'll be the other.
How about we just do it and act like human beings?
Because you don't have that in you.
Can't.
Yes,
you don't. Because you're the furthest thing from a human being that there is on this panel, Sov. You're just a walking pile of shit at this point. In fact, I apologize to shit. That was very mean of me to compare you to shit. Oh, flat earthers, they're lovely people.
Oh, you just fucking call people names and you just scream over them every time you get to the
Only
word.
because
That's exactly what's
you start
happening.
talking over people all the time and
Oh my God,
obfuscating
coming from
the
you, that's
point.
rich.
Okay, so here's how it works on mine. Okay, when you're talking, I am muted, and I take notes so that when I want to rebut anything that you've had to say, I have it written down. I haven't forgotten about it. All right,
hilarious.
And then
What
when
you
it's my
saying?
turn,
That's just a lie. That never happens at all, guys. Just so you're aware, that is not how it works. He mutes and tells people to shut up and boots them if he doesn't get his own way, because he's a massive child.
you can't do it. You can't do it even. You see, you can't even let me tell you how this whole thing works on my show without doing the very thing that I prevent. You're doing
I'm not
it
trying
right
to
now.
get on your show. I'm
Okay.
trying to offer a structured debate. I
Well,
can
there it
give a
is.
shit about
There
your
is
show.
I'm giving you the structure. I'm giving you the times of availability, and I'm giving you
Email
the
me
play.
the details. Respond to the email. And by the way, before I go, I'm
this
not Sean
outro,
Hawkins.
I'm not fucking with Discord. I don't fuck with Discord.
Look at all.
Why not? What's his problem with Discord? Just get a Discord account and fucking talk to people on there.
All the requirements he's setting up so he doesn't have to accept the debate. It's so crazy.
I've accepted
So
it. I put, Wesley,
Respond
I put
to
a
my
link.
email,
I
and
put a
I'm not
link
Sean
in the
Hawkins.
chat. I put a
You have
link in
yourself
the
a nice
chat
day,
for
David. Flat
every
sorry for swearing
show.
on your channel.
And
Thank
you
you.
never muted yourself.
Roger that. You have my email address, though, correct?
Yes, I do. I will set something up with you.
What makes you?
I cleared the record for you.
Not really.
No, not really. You
Just like him.
I don't care if I talk. You talk like an asshole. Does that mean you are one?
Yes, I am an asshole.
And regarding your inquiry for flats, it's like
I think that we can agree with him there, right? You are in fact an asshole.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Right, a 1 in the chat if you disagree that he is an asshole. Anything else? Well, just type yes, you're an asshole.
I mean, finding a neutral mod is incredibly difficult.
That's why I offered two. He can bring one of his own. I will grant him that power, and Reds will bring one of his own. It's the only way to get
the
this done.
neutral platform that you're suggesting, though? I don't do Discord.
Well, then I will find something else.
What? Where? Where are you going to? We've been looking for a neutral fucking platform.
Perhaps
for a
something
long
like
time.
this. This would be very easy to set up.
I don't know about.
Why has he got an issue with Monday debates? He's been on Monday debates many times.
Yeah, like even if you were able to set up the platform itself, finding a genuine neutral moderator. I mean, I've rarely seen them.
And again, my workaround for a neutral moderator is to have one from each side.
And I'm more than happy to volunteer as a neutral moderator.
No, one from each side sounds fair.
Yeah.
So ISIS has been broken there.
Somebody's hot miking. I can't.
ISIS, you sound very bad, man. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Go and check on PJ. What do you mean?
Anyway, I'm going to drop
You don't have
off
a mic?
here. You have
You
my
gotta
email,
unmute
Keith. I will email you later.
Okay, sure. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
Just Roger.
So yeah, I tried to tell the dude I'm live every Tuesday. Okay.
Right. So I want everyone to see what's going on here. Sov thinks that arranging a time that's suitable for everyone is saying, "This is when I'm live. Come and join." That's not how that works. People might not be available at that time, but might still want to debate you, although you don't debate.
A link in the fucking chat for every show that I do. You want to come up? Come on up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So I don't know what his issue is. And every time they say we need a neutral platform, they don't ever have a neutral platform.
I can tell you
That's what I was trying to say. Look at all the times when we supposedly go on their neutral platforms. It's never neutral. I mean, look when I was debating Conspiracy Cats that guys in another show, where I literally had the moderators debating with him.
That's how that modern day debate was. Fucking Ryan and that other guy would come in, white knighting for every damn Glover every time, man.
Let me get this out.
Well, that definitely doesn't happen on Monday debates. Monday debates have told me to shut up many, many times. And Monday debates is a neutral platform. In fact, I get muted more than anyone else on Modern Day Debates. It's literally a neutral platform. So you're denying that the neutral platform is the neutral platform.
Yeah, it's like they abuse their moderator privileges
Roger,
by
that was
rooting for the
speaking for Red's rhetoric. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 seconds. Roger.
Just a bit softer. Now we can't hear you. Sorry, man.
You're roboting.
Yeah, you
Oh
sound
my
like,
goodness.
It's almost like there's a loose connection to his mic or something.
you sound like you're in Andromeda Galaxy somewhere.
It's like one of them robots in Star Wars. Roger, Roger.
Lost
Roger,
I
Roger.
feel bad, dude. You sound like a robot.
If they could let people
Casey's bending
talk
around him, guys.
without interruption.
Yeah, no, they can't do that. They're not able to let people talk without interruption.
Yeah. So that's always the problem.
Yeah.
In all of these debates is that the interruption, people don't get a chance to talk. That's once you can find a platform that people get a chance to talk, that's okay. Doesn't matter who hosts it, as long as they're fair about it.
Yeah. And that's why I like modern day debates, is that they tell me to shut up, probably more than everyone else, to be honest. You know, they'll even give the Flerfs more preference than me when we're talking, because I can get angry, and I don't mind that. But he's here denying right now that modern day debates is a neutral platform, and I find that fucking hilarious. Magical Cat Girl, no, they've no idea what neutral means.
He's in the 5th dimension.
Oh my goodness.
Right, let's go forward.
I haven't been in the flat Earth thing now for a few months, and it seems exactly the same.
It is. It's exactly.
Because it is. Yep.
Yeah, it is, because there's no flat Earth arguments. Flat Earthers don't know how to make arguments or come up with new hypotheses. There is nothing new. You are absolutely right, Keith, and that's probably why you went when you said this. Where is it? I've lost the clip of you saying.
Right now.
It is now only no more going. I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
It's weird. It's just strange. It's like he doesn't remember the things that he said himself. I even contacted him on Discord about it. I was like, dude, you said that you weren't doing Flat Earth, yet you're doing Flat Earth Friday. And he's like, well, I never meant that I wasn't going to do Flat Earth. But
my channel is no more going to be flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
So no, I'm not going to dick around with all that dishonesty and shit. You want to come on? You come on and prove your globe, and prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. If you can't do that, then I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Don't come in with a reversal fallacy right off the bat. Well, prove your flat Earth. I don't have to prove an observation. Not one of us here right now, anywhere in this chat or in this panel right now, has a first-hand observation of a globe Earth. Not a single one of you. None of us.
I've literally measured the shape of the Earth and the rotation of the Earth. That is a first-hand observation. Critical Think has done first-hand observations of the physics of the fact that the Earth is a globe. The measurements that Critical Think did wouldn't exist if the Earth wasn't a rotating globe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's 100% correct. We've done the measurements. They say we haven't, but we have done them.
Yeah, we made a prediction. We did first-hand observations of the globe.
What would you expect as evidence of a globe?
Evidence of a globe? I don't want evidence of a globe. I want proof. I want proof of a globe, not circumstantial bullshit.
Well, he doesn't know what evidence means, because that's how you get proof, is by giving a bunch of evidence. Oh my god, these people are so fucking stupid.
Oh, look, I saw a ship and it disappeared from the bottom up. That means that the Earth is curved. No, it doesn't. I want I want a reconciliation. Listen, I want a reconciliation for gas pressure without physical containment, and I want to see
gravity. There is no. We don't need physical containment. Fluid systems can exist without a physical barrier. For instance, the sea. Where's the physical barrier between the sea and the air? They are fluid systems sitting next to each other without a physical barrier at different pressures.
Demonstrable and repeatable. I want to see a reconciliation for convexity of large substantial bodies of water.
I would also like to see a reconciliation of gravity. Whether is it mass attracting mass, and if so, where does mass get its energy to create a gravitational force, and why does it never succumb to entropy? Or if you go along with the bending of warping of space-time, how do you bend nothing?
Space-time isn't nothing. The energy comes from the fact that mass, E equals mc squared. Mass is energy. I
got a problem with what he's saying. Okay, I got a real big problem that him saying that just because he doesn't know how gravity works means gravity does not exist. I've got a problem with that.
Okay.
We can demonstrate that gravity exists. We can observe its effects. We can make equations about how gravity works. We don't have to know the exact measurement, sorry about that, the exact mechanism of, all right, it's space-time bending or whatever, or neutrons doing something crazy. We don't have to know the mechanism, but we can know how it works. We can still know it exists. So the shape of the Earth is not dependent on whether space-time continuum exists or not. It's a shape that you can measure. Sorry, I'm just a bit of a rant there.
No, everything you said is right. I mean, he is just saying, well, I need you to show me why I'm ignorant about gravity. I mean, mass needs energy to create gravity. No, gravity, it's not an emission. In Newtonian terms, mass has an intrinsic property. It exerts a gravitational pull, no fuel required. In Einstein general relativity, mass and energy define the shape of space-time. The supply is simply the fact that mass exists. Entropy is from order to disorder. And that is happening across the universe, whether the Earth is a globe and gravity exists or not.
Light suddenly have mass in order to bend. This would suggest a medium, because light needs a medium of some sort in order to bend.
Incorrect. Light travels through space-time. Space-time is just the fabric of the universe. It's not a medium. Light is an electromagnetic wave that self-propagates because it interacts with its own magnetic field. Space-time is the literal fabric of the universe, which can be warped by the presence of mass. Light travels in a straight line, but along curved space-time. These are concepts that most people with a brain cell can understand.
So he's also ignoring the fact that light can bend around high gravitational areas. There's people didn't know about that for years because Einstein predicted it, but they've only just recently been able to measure it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a medium. That's light traveling through nothing, through space. So even though the effect is very small, he's not quite right.
Well, he's never right in the slightest.
What was the memorized line about fluid pressure systems too? You always say that too.
A fluid pressure system without physical containment is impossible.
Okay, I'll prove you wrong right now.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
What is the containment for water, ocean?
The basin.
Okay, what about the top?
Why would it, if it was contained on the top, we wouldn't have evaporation? In fact, if gravity was real, evaporation would be impossible.
Well, no, that's incorrect. Buoyancy being a result of gravity, of course, But the point is, the water exists there, separate to the air, without a containment.
So it doesn't have a containment on the top. Water.
Why would it need containment on the top?
You just said it. You said fluid pressure system needs containment on the top. Water does not have.
No, I said it needs physical containment.
Right.
Are water and gas the same state of matter?
No. So
no, they're not. They're both fluids, though. They're both fluids, though. Correct?
Yeah. So they are interacting fluid pressure systems with different pressures sitting right next to each other with no physical containment. Just like Wesley's saying. Right, guys, we've got about 12 minutes before the Critical Think Streamathon continues over on the Drunk Debunk show. Just want to remind everyone why we are here today. Our good friend Critical Think went to Antarctica to prove that flatties are idiots, which is not a hard thing to do. Generally, they just have to speak. He used his own money.
You made it sound very easy. You know, that's. I think it was more than that. I mean, whether we go to Antarctica or not, flatties are idiots. So, but going to Antarctica helps build the body of evidence and makes it, if you could say this, even more obvious than it was before. So look at what's happened with the final experiment. They even some of the flatties still maintain that we didn't go there. Yeah, they still argue with me if they were to talk to me. I say, look, hello, I went to Antarctica. I observed it with my own eyes. I flew on a plane. I saw the snow and everything. And they go, oh, no, you didn't go there. It's all fake.
They've got to say it's fake. Everything they don't like is fake. And there has been a bunch of new donations as well. In the past kind of half an hour, we've had nearly $250 worth of donations, which is amazing. We are now at close to 62%, I think. We're at 36,530 of the $60,000 target, which is incredible. Literally can't thank you all enough. Do remember that this Streamathon is continuing. It's not just this stream. As soon as I finish, Drunk Debunk will be picking up the mantle. Will you be joining the Drunk Debunk?
Oh, I got to have a shower first, I think, and then if Drunk Debunk wants me to join, I can. Yeah.
I'm sure he would love you to join. Right. Well, I'm going to finish the Zoom call now and finish up my stream and say goodbye to everyone. So I want to say thank you to you, Critical Think, for everything that you have done.
Well, thanks for having me on. This is fantastic. I have enjoyed being here today, and thank you for running this stream to help raise money for that. Obviously, other people have organised this. I didn't have anything to do with this, but I do appreciate it. It's really great when, you know, you do something and people see the value in it and they see enough value to be able to help out, and really appreciate that. So I can let you finish the show, and I'll duck off and have a shower. So how about that?
Sounds good. Well, again, thank you for everything that you've done. And guys, if you're not subscribed to Critical Think, do that. And if you've got anything spare, please donate to the fundraiser. Critical, thank you very much, buddy, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, see ya.
See you later. What a good guy. Spent all his own money. You got something to say there, Fkatzoid?
It is now only going to be going to actually be called, was ashamed to be called a flat earther. So I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be flat earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. It is.
We just watched Fkatzoid do a flat earth debate, so I guess that's not true. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching.
So, I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be flat earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Definitely not next week. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. I have never told a lie. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. You can believe me, cause I always tell the truth. Only toxic, stupid globers lie, that's the proof. They don't understand the method, no, they stall. Me and PJ cranking content, we answer the call. No! blessings to you. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Okay, maybe just a little bit. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Many blessings, God hates the game. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. Me and PJ cranking content for the Lord. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all. My channel is no more gonna be flat earth at all.
Wow, that was fucking amazing. Thank you, Harnold Studios. Guys, so yeah, thank you for watching the Critical Strength Streamathon. If you stay in the chat, as soon as this stream finishes, you will be automatically forced over to the Drunk Debunk Show, where this will continue. I want to personally thank you all for the support you show both me and Critical Think during this stream. It is always amazing. I will be back tomorrow to continue covering Fkatzoid not doing Flat Earth whilst doing Flat Earth. That'll be fun. And I will be joining them from now on Fridays. Now, thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. I need to ask a really important question, though, before you go. And that is a question like, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky, I don't know, they're like shooting stars?
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Go on, Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bull. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first, full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon onto the stratosphere on page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a
You're Mr.
fruitcake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need to have Siberian Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poison grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe your musical assault will knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realise you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of
Gravity!
short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of a boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind that writs up on your mum's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you taught a water level, sit and swivel. You nasal gazing muppet, you can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them. And I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck.
Thank you everyone for watching. Stay in the chat, you'll be automatically redirected over to the next part of the Critical Think Streamathon. I love you all, not you Gary. Remember, stupidity is not a right, and fight the flat earth.